for the week number 3 of LBFF as we reach round number 7. And we get to see groups B and C going at each other, facing probably the most difficult challenges in this LBFF. And you are seeing a new face, a rather new face right here by my side. My companion today is not Isa, it's Acelora. How you doing, Asi?
I'm very fine. Thank you for receiving me today. So, hi guys. I hope you guys like this broadcast today because it's going to be on fire, Marcelo. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see which team is going to go up on our chart because some teams really need to get to wake up and do everything they can to stand by on our chart because it's very hard for them. They are having some of the teams are having a hard time. Has the days passed by, and we see Real waking up, so that's very good. We have seen VM7 having a great day. They already closed with seven kills on one day only by him, so I'm very excited to see what we are going to expect today.
And we talked about Real and how VM7 changed the match for that team. It happened last season as well when VM7 came from the bench and became a starter for this Real squad, was when they got the space to save themselves onto keeping their spot in Serie A last season. And we talked about how well he went on getting kills for this Real team. We have to talk about a lot of things involving kills, and we will check the standings for you guys to see what's going on right now in LBFF Season 7, because today we have the 2 best teams in the league playing, actually the 5 best teams in the league playing. Fluxo, Black Dragons, Vasco, Corinthians, Metagaming, Magic Squad, God Unidas, Tropa Los Grandes, Real, Loud, 00 Nation, and Liberty will be the teams playing here today. Probably the toughest clash between groups is this B versus C standoff, right?
Yes, right. As we see BD Vasco getting very, very near to Fluxo, only 1 point of difference, and they have 3 booyahs. So look at this difference. Fluxo doesn't have any booyahs. They, of course, are having a good days. They do very good in the matches. However, they don't have any booyahs, and we know that booyahs is very important to.
It's the main tiebreaking criteria, right?
Yes, that's the point. That's what I wanted to say, and it's very important that they get it. So let's see if today the booyah will
come to Fluxo.
Yes, exactly.
We'll follow the Fluxo. And it's important for us to see that Vasco is only 1 point behind Fluxo. And they have the tie-breaking criteria, so they can get to the top of the standings on the first map here today. However, we gotta talk about the number of kills that Fluxo has. 137 kills. That's just unbelievable. And that's mainly on the hands of 2 guys. We're going to check the kill leader standings so you guys will understand what is going on. We have here the explanation for all that. CS in 2 weeks, 51 kills. And we still have Ousado getting close to the top of that standings in the kill leaders, which explain how Fluxo is getting all those kills.
Yes, exactly. They are a very aggressive team. However, we see BD Vasco getting there too. We see Ender with 42 kills. So also BD Vasco is a very aggressive team, and I'm very excited to see if Ender is going to pass CS. However, both of these teams plays today, so let's see who is going to get the best of it.
And since we are talking about CS, we were talking about the amount of kills that Fluxo is having right now. We got a good standing for you guys to understand, a good number for you guys to see. Only 2 teams still ain't got no booyahs in this season. The top team and the bottom team. So we gotta talk about the top team in the standings. Check out this video package onto Fluxo.
Hey, my leaders! To follow the Fluxus family, only in Darth Vader mode.
Fluxo sempre nesse rush. Eles gostam de jogar assim, pra cima, na agressividade.
The kids are rough, they're aggressive, they're poisoning the kills. As an old comedian would say, I am perplexed.
Tabelo, meu Deus, Cias! Ó, Cias!
The leaders, Fluxo, are the team with the most kills in LB. 137 kills in 24 matches. Grenade Myth alone has sent 51 to their account.
Tem que tomar cuidado que do outro lado tem o Cias, né? Na granada o menino vem insano.
Life is irony right in the vein, brother. Do you know what is missing for the most insane team in LB7?
Booyah!
It's the famous IIC, Index of Incredible Coincidence. Only 2 squads have yet to make their dare in Booyah in LB7. The leaders Fluxo and the last place Netshoes Miners. Leader packed with kills without a Booyah to call it their own.
Se você perceber, a gente não tá dando tanto buia, mas a gente tá fazendo mais de 10 pontos, sabe, por partida. Sei lá, a gente pode pegar um oitavo, mas a gente tem 6 kills, 7 kills, sabe?
And the new meta game helps you, buddy. Fluxo is crumpling in the slaughter, also because of the revive.
Acho que o meta em si do Free Fire agora se tornou mais agressivo. A gente vê poucas equipes com buia, inclusive eu acho que a Flux que estava em top 1 não tinha nenhum buia ainda. Então dá pra ver quanto o Free Fire se tornou agressivo agora e isso vai fazer total diferença aí no metagame.
Will Fluxo's Booyah come out this Saturday? Calm down, calm down. There's still a lot to go. The Brazilian Free Fire League is just beginning.
And it's incredible to see the calm, the collectiveness of this Fluxo squad. They know that they are doing what they need to do. They are enjoying the new meta, getting the kills that are way wider right now. We have way more possibilities for kills because of the revive, because of the safe zones that are not that central anymore. And they are a team that usually play by the edges and rotating, so that helps Fluxo to get that huge amount of kills that they are getting.
Yes, it's true. It helps them, and plus they went very aggressive this season. We know that Fluxo already is a very strong team. Last split, they proved themselves, as they always improve themselves. They're always trying to get much better than before. And still, we have the revelation of 2021, that is Cias, and he's still coming very strong. So I think he may be the revelation of 2022, because he's coming very strong. And I think in the second place, Ender is going to be one player that's going to fight it. And also we have Viting XP, which is a very strong player. He is a great grenaded, and he's in Corinthians, which improves himself, because last season we saw a little bit of him, but this season we are seeing much better improvement of himself. So I like that. I like these changes of the meta gaming. And also, I'm very excited to see today how the teams are going to rotate, because some of them they do like a very late rotation, and these days now is going to be very hard, because the gas time is short, so they're going to have like 1 minute to rotate. Otherwise, the gas is going to be there very soon. So they're going to have to think about their strategy. They're going to have to change a lot of that. So I'm very excited to see about that, Marcelo.
And of course, we have to say some of the teams with that late rotation are having some troubles. Netshoes Miners is one of those teams that are trying to play the late rotations. Loud is trying to play the late rotations, and that is not working for them. So maybe we will see some changes in the style of play for those teams this season. And of course, I want to see the changes on our chat, because you guys are always here with us. We have Ingrid Procopio here saying shout outs to my buddy Acelora here. Fabrício Segundo also here. Ezuan saying hello from Malaysia. Hello to all you guys in Malaysia. We have Edushit FF over here. Shin Gueten, I think this is a Vietnamese flag. So if you're Vietnamese, confirm us that and send us shout outs from wherever you are. Send us the place where you are right now. Tell us where you are watching here. So we want to build this amazing international community towards Brazilian Free Fire, and it's important that we always bring you guys to the broadcast. And don't forget to follow us on our social media at FF Esports, so at FF Esports BR, so you get all the news with the Brazilian Free Fire League. And of course, follow me at Marcelo Ferrantini and follow Asi at AceloraFF. And I want to know about you. There's something I want to know.
Yes.
Who is your trump in your FF squad this weekend?
Okay, so my trump and FF squad this weekend is going to be Cruzeiro, some of the players of Cruzeiro, and also Vasco. So BD Vasco, I think, is going to be very strong this day. And the coach that I got there is Nabosny, which is the coach of Cruzeiro. So let's see how they're going to be today. I hope they do a very good matches, because I really need the points. So
this is beliefs from casters from Serie B.
Yes.
Betting on Hender, betting on X-Trap 7, the guys that went great last season on Serie B and are now in Serie A. And if you want to join us, so access ffsquad.com.br and play with us. Check your teams and play with us, FFE Squad. And I'm getting hyped for this first drop of the day, because we will have Fluxo, we will have Vasco, we will have Garunidas, Magic Squad.
yes.
The fire is burning up.
Yes, it's we are having today like the teams the groups that are like on the top of the chart. So we know that the competitivity is going to be very, very strong, and I wanted to see who is going to take the first booyah. So let us know, who do you think is going to get the first booyah, because that's important.
I'm gonna go for a bet. Garunidas will take the first booyah. The Kings of Purgatory will take the first booyah here today. Once again, every day
they got
the first
booyah.
Every day they played, they got the first booyah. So I'm not expecting anything different from them. Once again, the Kings of Booyah, the team that has... Acelora just lost her phone. Probably she will have to buy a new phone right now. But it's okay, because it didn't feel that hard, because the plane is still not on. It was still not on the air, but now it is. So let's get to the skies, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R7D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Acelora.
Yeah, so let's see. We see the airplane route, very classic airplane route, not very hard for the players to move themselves. And we see BD Vasco going to their drop call. They always get on Moat House, so not a change. We see that Loud is trying to get onto Crossroad. It's still not. We don't see any changes, of course, and we see that Magic Squad is the best team of Purgatorio. So let's see how they're going to get themselves, to move themselves today. And we see Real and Liberty very close to each other and already having a confrontation.
Japa Excel is with the AR trying to get some shots out. Pato is over there trying to use his fists of fire. He's trying to become Saitama, the one-punch man, to take down the players from Real. Now Triplo tries to go over and he takes down tThe. He will probably get the first blood. The first blood goes to Real. Triplo, she's getting the first kill onto the players of Liberty. And this is a confrontation that we've been seeing a lot in this season. We've been seeing this confrontation happening in Sentosa while they play in Bermuda, in Sentosa and Cape Town. That happens a lot. And now here in Campsite in Purgatory.
Yes, exactly. We see that Liberty is the second worst team of LBFF, so I think they need to get a new strategic way to move themselves. So, oh, look at Backzine.
They're just surrounded. They couldn't get any loot, and they will go down. There will be no saving for this Liberty squad. Pato tries to run like a duck, and he will not be able to run away because Japa is after him. We see Antunes, we see Triple X, and Liberty is back on the lobby with 2 minutes in play. They couldn't get any weapons over there.
Yes, they're back in the lobby, and we see Real having a very good day, starting very well. Oh, so look at the pato sound. Very good, I like it. And we see that Real is improving themselves. I like the change of the team.
And, of course, for you guys to understand, pato means duck in Portuguese.
Yeah.
So you guys get why they're using the duck sounds, the pato sounds over here. We see Triple X already rotating with Real to Lumbermill, and they've got some trouble in past matches getting to Lumbermill because they are always facing against Fluxo that always goes to Central asset.
Yes, exactly, and we see that Fluxo is separate of each other, still searching for more resources, and that's very important. Also, it's very important to get the more coins, the best, because if you have the more coins, you're going to be able to save your partner very fast, in a fast way, if you lose them. And we need to get a perspective of the game, a different perspective. And now we see Cias doing some shop, probably getting more and more loot. Yeah, grenades, exactly. And that's very important because we see that Fluxo is a very smart team. They get more resources, and that's very important for them. So they don't go against a team in the first minutes of the game, and that's important. Otherwise, you're going back to the lobby very fast, which happened with Liberty right now. They didn't got much attention of where they were going to drop, and that's a very hard thing to do because if you don't think wisely where you're going to go, where is your call, you're going to have some problems in the match, and that's what happened with Liberty right now.
And you guys are having the opportunity to see that some changes happened with the safe zone as well. The first 2 safe zones are much wider, but they close really quicker right now for this season, and that forces the teams to rotate even faster, right, Asset?
Yes, that's right. And if they don't do that, they are going to have problems because late rotations. Oh no!
Look at Antunes. He was trying to bop to the top, and he just got eliminated over there by Ousado. But Triple X just got him into the game. He was not 2 seconds away from the game.
Yes, exactly. So that's the important that I was saying, to have a lot of coins and to be near a shop so you can get back your player. And that was very I couldn't understand what Antunes was doing because he was there alone, all by himself, rotating alone, and I don't know, that's not something good to do.
Could this be something of a new strategy coming up with the revive function? You send a player to scout your surroundings all by himself while you are waiting by the store to buy him back?
Yeah, that's something that could have happened, and I think that's what happened now that you said, because he was brought back very fast, and he was all by himself there, so that's something to play attention of. And now we see BD Vasco against Loud.
And Easy is the first one to take down Noda. And this confrontation is also happening a lot by the end of Fields getting to the entrance of Brasilia. This is happening a lot. Those 2 teams are facing each other a lot. And we see Leno now helping Easy, trying to take down the players from Loud. And talking about that strategy that we were talking about before, you may even get to a place where you were safe, you're not being harmed by anyone.
Yeah.
You tell one of your teammates, leave your loot over here and go with only a single weapon to scout. If you die, you will lose 1 weapon, your loot will be all here and will bring you back with the information.
That would be very smart of them to do, and I think that's what happened because Real wanted to rotate towards Fire Bridge. However, they had a hard time because Fluxo was there. However, they're still going there, even though they know that Fluxo is there. So that's something that they need to be wise about it. Oh no, they're going to campsite to the center of the map, which is very important. And now that the gas changed and you have to move faster, that's what we are seeing that the teams are doing. Because see, all of the teams are already on the center of the map, and we see only Tropa and Fluxo far away from the center of the map. So that's something that I like about the new meta. However, they are going to have a confrontation right now against Magic Squad.
And that rotation probably happened because of the information that they got. But Bobs is leading the charge for the MGS squad. The Magic Squad is now down, and Bobs just killed himself. The grenade hit the ice, and Bobs just put himself down. And now Real will have the upper hand in this fight. It will be a 4 versus 3 fight towards Real. The advantage is with the team that is trying to run away from the bottom of the table. Magic Squad is in the 5th position right now in our standings. They are fighting to be on the top, and they will get to a fight where they will have some trouble. Bobs is already up, and now it's a 4v4 fight. Once again, VM7 just puts down Guaxa, and he tries to go after Bueno. Bueno brings the Scythe and brings the Grim Reaper towards the Magic Squad, but Vasco got to the fight. Vasco and Real wiping out the Magic Squad. They go down in the last position, and now Vasco will try to gather the spoils of war. We see Leno getting some shots out. Juan also taking a player down and getting some points for this Los Grandes squad. We see Leno from the top down using the advantage, the top down advantage, to get some shots out onto the players of Real, and Antunes is over there trying to hold that eagerness from these Vasco players.
Exactly. We see that the Real got into a spot, very hard spot. They're getting shots by 3 teams. They were getting shots by Magic Squad that is already on the lobby, back on the lobby. We see that BD Vasco is trying to get them, and also Los Grandes got some kills of Magic Squad that were there in a fight trying to get against Real, going advanced Real, which got very hard for them. And we see that Magic Squad is the best team here in Purgatorio. However, they started having a very bad day.
And now we see Loud trying to recover from that harm that they were having against Vasco, dealing some damage onto the players from Tropa that were forced to use some ice over there to rotate to get themselves in a better positioning inside of the safe zone. Shoutouts to Camila. Love you, babe. Glad you're watching. And we have here the players from Loud getting some space to try to gather some information, Asi, because this next safe zone will be even smaller because it's the 3rd safe zone. It's the one where the map starts to really shrink to where it is going to end.
Exactly, and the gas hurt a lot, and now we see Corinthians against Tropa. Mandela is going towards them. He's not afraid to a fight.
O Mandela, he's running up hills, trying to find the best spot for them to fight, and Moreira is the one giving some shots out to bring the Zenak to the floor, and Zenak is down. What an amazing shot by Moreira to bring down the first player from Corinthians. Grenades are out. Corinthians is trying to hold on. We see Vitinho XP using the grenades, but Tropa already surrounded the players from Corinthians, and Loud is getting closer and closer to the fight with Lost and Kawan. No Kronos in the starting lineup for Loud, while they try to bring Kawan to the support position, and Kawan gets the kill on Moreira, and Vitinho XP will put BL down. Corinthians started badly that fight, but the help from Loud will bring Tropa to a doom. Kiled brought a player down, but he was sent down by the landmine as well. Grenades are coming out. Azur tries to keep himself alive. He rotates. He tries to gather information near the house. More grenades coming out. Try to take the kill on Kiled, but Mandela will have the time to go over there and help his teammate. More grenades coming out. Corinthians tries not to leave the house because BL is right by the edge, and what a grenade! What a grenade by BL, taking down 2 players. Vitinho XP will be helped over there, but Bungie takes a lot of damage as well. Azur now takes a shot while he was trying to jump. BL will take Vitinho XP down as well with the landmine. More grenades coming in. Mandela tries to find a good angle for the grenades, and now he finds it with the short grenade launcher. He takes the takedown, and Kiled will take the 2 kills to send Corinthians back to the lobby in the 10th position. One landmine taking down one player from Tropa, and Loud gave up on that fight. They want to fight against Vasco once again, Asi.
They're trying to move towards the safe zone right now because we know that the gas is going to to be very strong and is going to hurt the players, so they need to move fast. Otherwise, they're going back to the lobby by the gas. And now we see that Cloud is aggressiving themselves against Vasco, BD Vasco, and they already lost Leno. And we saw a very interesting fight back there, which Tropa got advanced against Corinthians. Corinthians tried everything that they could, but look at what is going on right now that Loud is trying to do.
Easy is surrounded. He has nowhere to escape and will try to rush him down. Easy takes down Lost. He sends the first player down, but Kawan will bring it back and send Easy back to the lobby, while Mandela brings it back and Tropa is joining that fight as well. We see Chucky and Hender from afar trying to keep Vasco alive, but Tropa will probably help Vasco as Vasco helped Tropa as well. They are trying to go after the players from Loud. We see BL leading the charge for this Tropa squad. They have 5 kills on their hands. It's a good number, and they will try to get some more onto the players of Loud, but look at Lost. Look at the shot from Lost, taking down BL and sending him back to the lobby. Now Tropa has only 2 players. It's Kilechi and Mandela. They will try to hold this squad still alive, while Vasco also have 2 players, Chucky and Hender. They are joining this fight against Loud, who also has 2 players, who are Lost and Kawan. We see that Lost put down Chucky. He gets the takedown and the wipe onto the player from Vasco, but look at Hender bringing it back. He wants to be the MVP. He gets the first takedown, and the second takedown comes through the hands of Kilechi. Now Loud is out of the game, and it seems that Hender just learned how to teleport with Goku. He sent himself to the face of Kilechi and gave the kill to Kilechi. He has 5 right now, and he will be able to bring Tropa back if Metagaming doesn't find him, because Rafa X is leading the charge for this new Metagaming squad. They need more points, they need to be aggressive, and they will try to go against Kilechi. He will be their first victim, probably on this rush. We see grenades coming in. Eric tries to scout over there, and he sees Kilechi going down, and he will take the kill. Nice Kappa onto Kilechi, and Tropa will go down in the 7th position. A fast-paced purgatory match, Asi.
Yes, we see that the change of the meta the match is getting more and more fast, and we see more advances. 0-0 Nation going against Meta. Meta has a very hard position to rotate, so I don't think they're going to be able to get far away from there.
And look at Fluxo also coming to this fight in the center of Brasilia, in the center of the safe zone, while we see the Brazilian Saitama, 1-9 using the Saitama skin, trying to hold the 0-0 Nation squad, and they got a good week last week, and they're trying to keep this up. Real will go down onto the hands of Los Grandes, while Fluxo tries to come over. Ousado puts 1-9 to the floor and sends him back to the lobby. Nice job by Ousado leading the charge for this Fluxo squad. CS brings it back, sends one more player down, but Japa BKR also goes to the floor. We see Ousado, we see CS trying to rotate. Ousado goes to the floor, while Los Grandes join this fight, and they are trying to go after the players from God Unidas as well. Nicolas, he will finish off Japa BKR, while 0-0 Nation try to hold themselves inside of the house. We see Metagaming try to get inside of the safe. We see God Unidas also trying to get into the safe zone. Los Grandes also with a good positioning, while 0-0 Nation hold on to their good spot with their good shelter inside of the safe zone. We see Rigby and Marreta leading the charge for this God Unidas squad. Ice is broken. The grenades are coming in. Ousado and CS trying to hold themselves up inside of the same house where Lucky God is right now. But what a grenade! Nicolas goes to the floor. CS takes a lot of damage. Ousado is also on the floor, and he will be taken down. He is back on the lobby, and now it's all on the hands of CS to hold this Fluxo squad into this match. God Unidas with 2 kills, and we see that Metagaming also has got a lot of kills onto their hands. 5 squad, 12 players. Lots of squads with less than 4 players. Honey now takes a lot of damage by the grenades of Marreta, and Marreta is the guy who is leading this God Unidas squad to a great start of the season. We see Mike joining him inside of the house. The 2 players are scouting, watching, trying to see if any player will try to go over and take them down. We see Gus taking Lucky God to the floor. Honey ZL is on the 2nd floor of the house, and he has an AWM. That's a dangerous weapon. If he hits a shot, he might take players down all by himself. We see CS keeping Fluxo alive, and Metagaming is now surrounding the last player from Fluxo. God Unidas tries to come up, and Cias will go down. He went down, and Fluxo goes back to the lobby in the 5th position. We see now Juan leading this charge for the Los Grandes squad. Cebolinha is by his side, trying to find a good spot, and he breaks the ice. He sees the players from God Unidas, and he takes both of them down. So Los Grandes gets the squad wipe onto God Unidas. More grenades coming in. The flashbang went to Eric, and the grenade now takes a lot of damage from the metagaming player. Eric tries to rotate, what a shot! Juan goes over and takes him down. Now there's only Honey ZL inside of the house trying to fight against the 4 players from Los Grandes. He will not be able to! So it's a boo! Yeah, Los Grandes! A great rush led by Juan. The former MVP took it to their hands. He, with the help of Cebolinha, dominated the last safe zone. And Los Grandes get the first booyah of the day, Ase.
I was missing this aggressiveness of Juan. Juan, we know that is a very good player. He was from B4, which is the former champion of the LBFF. So we know it's a very aggressive player. Now is on Los Grandes, and he got by a change of the way he played. But I think that Los Grandes saw that it was not matching. So they changed it back to the way that he format played, and now we see it connecting again. The players, the position of the players were exactly the way that it should be. We saw that Fonzinho was far away from the other 3 players. Fonzinho was getting the support, passing by the positions of the players for Los Grandes, which was the main point for them to get the booyah. And now we see Laude against BD Vasco. I didn't understand what happened with Ender. I think the connection of the internet got down, because it doesn't have any other explanation.
He became Goku.
Yeah, that's the explanation. I think that's the best one. And now we see that Los Grandes back there was getting the best vision of all the teams that were back in Brasilia Baixo, Brasilia down. Sorry, and we see that still the Los Grandes could get all the kills. We see that they appear to be having a good day today. We see like Fozinho, we see Gus getting Ousado, and then we see Cebolinha getting there with the Max 7 and doing his work. And now we see the time that Los Grandes 3 players got against all the players that were in the house, and we see Fonzinho getting the information and passing by to their players, which is very important. And it had no other way to Honey to escape, because otherwise it wouldn't be possible for him. So we see that the difference of the meta got the match much more faster.
It got it faster, indeed.
Yeah.
And of course, we gotta talk about. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
About the good game from God Unidas, with 4 of the teams that are on the top of the standings,
Yes.
on the second half of the table of points, and we will check the standings for us to see how good this game from God Unidas was, because they might be climbing up some rankings over there. We see that they got the space, they got the position from Magic Squad. Metagaming kept themselves up. However, they are now only 8 points behind Metagaming, 9 behind Corinthians, and Fluxo opened up 3 points to BD Vasco, but they got scarily close to the first 6 teams on the table.
Yeah, and we see that God Unidas is a very strategic team. They really know how to rotate. I think that some of the teams got a hard time to this new meta, and then had a hard time in this first match, like Magic Squad. They got killed too fast in this match. We saw that they had a hard time against some teams, and we saw also Real getting a hard time with the rotations, because all of the teams was already on the center of the map, so it's very hard right now to get all the rotations without a team right there seeing and trying to confrontate you. So that's the change that we are seeing, and we see God Unidas is still having a great performance.
And of course, also Los Grandes, who also got the Booyah.
Yes.
They're the two teams with the most Booyahs in the season.
Yes, exactly. We see God Unidas with 5 Booyahs. They are very, very smart about the rotations. They have Marreta, which is the captain of the team. He is a very good player when it comes, of course, I mean about everything. He is a good player, but he's also very good about the safe zones. He knows, he seems to know like everything and how the safe zone is going to close. Of course, that right now all of the teams are going to have a hard time because the meta changed in the middle of the LBFF. So that's something that they are going to have to study and adaptate in their game. So that's very, very important if they want to win and of course go to the World Championship.
And of course, we gotta talk about, if we're talking about metagaming,
Yeah.
we have to talk about how this metagaming changes right here on the map of Kalahari.
Oh, yeah.
It's a totally different map from Purgatory and Bermuda. It's a wide open map. It's a map with very little shelter, and it's a map where the so-called nerfed supports shine.
Yes, the support will shine and also the grenade players, but I think that some of the teams are going to have a hard time because they're going to rotate, and of course they're going to when they're rotating they're going to see other team and then they're going to have a confrontation. What we saw in the first map that 2 teams were in a confrontation and then a third team got there and got the kills. So that's going to happen a lot now in this new metagaming.
And of course, we know that there are teams that share drop calls
Yeah.
in this Kalahari map, so we'll probably have some early game confrontations.
Yes, and I do like it.
We
I
all
like the early confrontations because it gets the game on fire. So I don't know about you guys, but I really do like it, and soon we are going to see it.
And of course, it's better to have early game confrontations when the teams have weapons. It was just
Yeah.
destructive to see Liberty being destroyed by Real, trying to go Rocky Balboa against Rambo. It's 2 Sylvester Stallone's characters, but
Yes.
this time it was not good for them. However, we're watching this from above because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R7D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrandini, and by my side, my co-pilot Acelora invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Ace!
Yes, it's time to drop, and we see the airplane route being very, very pleasant with the players. They are not going to have a hard time to move in the map, and we see that Corinthians is going to their famous drop call, which is the command post. We see Real also going to their drop call, not having a hard time, and we see the separation of Magic Squad of 2 players in one spot and 2 players in another. And look at that, early confrontations.
And Nicholas will not have an early confrontation. He will have an early travel back to the lobby. He just got a kappa and he was sent to the lobby in 1 minute of play by Pão. I just love to cast Pão's game because I like Pão.
Yeah, I like Pão too, and I think that Nicholas right now is going to get something to eat, maybe a pão, which is bread in English. If you guys are not understanding it, the name of the player is Bread, which is very creative. I like it. And now we see that metagaming is not having a hard time. They are looking for more resources here in the Labyrinth area.
And I loved when Pão played for Team Coda Solid,
Yeah.
because he was a duo with Quali, which is a brand of butter here in Brazil. So it was amazing to have Pão and Quali playing together. Bread and butter. We now see Metagaming, who got the first blood of the match, rotating to Labyrinth. And the changes in this Metagaming squad with the arrival of Pão, Eric, of Mamute, all coming, Rafa X also coming to this Metagaming squad. It changed a lot of teams, and it changed so much that they are now playing Kalahari on Labyrinth and not trying to take control post, command post from Corinthians as they did last season.
Yes, exactly. We see a change of tactics, and I think that's because of the new coach. He is a very smart coach. I already saw some of his work in another teams. So he really study and understands the urge of the team, and also metagaming really needed to improve themselves here in this new split of LBFF. And we see that they are doing that. They are having like good days. They really they are really good with the rotations and all that. We saw that 0-0 Nation started having a good day, I mean a hard day, but now Nicholas is already back on the 0-0 Nation team, of course, by the revival system.
And we still see Loud without Kronos for this matchup. Four aggressive players, actually, with Kawan, Noda, Will, and Lost.
Yeah.
We have 3 rushers in Kawan, who was a great rusher, who is an aggressive player. So this sends the message that Loud is trying to come and trample the other teams. They will go for confrontations.
Yeah, and we saw that in the first match. They are really aggressive in themselves, which in the first week of the LBFF, they started having a hard time. They didn't connect their game, but now they are changing it. They are coming with new tactics. Maybe the new meta helped them, because they're having... Loud is a team that likes to do late rotations. And late rotations in this metagaming is not a good option. That's in my opinion. I think that late rotations really get you in a really hard position, in really bad confrontations. Because of course, one team is going to be waiting in the safe zone. Is going to be waiting in the back spot of the safe zone. So if you're late, you're probably going to be surrounded by a team, and that's going to be hard. And now we see Tropa passing by, and 0-0 Nation already spot one of their players.
Just a little bit of damage dealt to one of their players, but
Yeah.
no harm done actually to Tropa. And talking about the safe zone, there's a logic behind of why these late rotations are not working anymore.
Yeah.
In my point of view. You have the first safe zone really wide but closing really fast. The second one really wide and closing really fast. And the third one gets really smaller because of that difference. And so the teams that are going for late rotations, they will become the Forrest Gumps of the match. They will only run and run and run. They will not have a really good moment for them to shelter a little bit inside of the safe zone, get a little bit of loot while they are rotating. They are only running away from the gas.
Exactly, and that's a good point, especially here in Kalahari, which we spoke later on. We spoke before, of course. That is a wide map, so it has a difference. It needs to be, you need to rotate faster than the other maps, and we see that Loud is doing that. They already get their spot, which is their drop call. They already move themselves to their all of the calls, and we see Liberty now with a change of the game, which is very important because they started very badly.
They lasted only 2 minutes in the first map of the day. And of course, we'll bring you guys from the chat to the broadcast. We see Antônio José here saying, segue o fluxo. He's talking in Portuguese, so I have to bring the message in Portuguese. Ritik Singh over here saying, BRFF Esports is the best. Thank you for watching here with us, the Brazilian scene of Free Fire. We see Sakuta over here sending us a shout out saying we're doing good. Thank you. Sakuta, we see Mr. MVP saying Fluxo, go! Rebel Free Fire over here, Mr. MVP as well. Nightmare Esports, is it a Bangladesh flag? Confirm this for us. Shout outs to you, Nightmare Esports. We see Hungry Hawk FF saying Fluxo is love. We see Masun Nahim also here saying Fluxo is love. So the Indian community loves Fluxo.
Yes, they do love Fluxo, maybe because of Nobru, which is a very famous player also in the wild world. The countries that know Free Fire and play it very much, they know Nobru has a very big player, which is not playing today in Fluxo, and I haven't seen him being on a team. I think because he's a very busy person. He has a lot of things to do. So I think soon.
Has to administrate
Yes.
the whole Flux organization.
Yes, exactly. So I think he's having a hard time connecting himself to the team. But soon, I think he's going to be in a team playing in it. And now we see Tropa in a very, very bad position. They need to be very smart about it, because if some of the teams like 0-0 Nation get the spot, they are going to have a confrontation.
And did you get the opportunity to check out how smaller is the third safe zone in comparison to the second one? It was a huge safe zone, and it shrunk to the refinery to the north.
Yeah.
It took away more than half of the map.
Yes, and I think the third safe zone is closing in like 40 seconds. So that's very, very, very fast. And we see now that Meta Gaming is aggressive in themselves against Fluxo.
And shout outs to Vikings, Raiders, Esports saying love from Fluxo from India. Lee Fox is over here as well. Bice Unifal saying go Fluxo. We have Umesh Kumar saying love from Cias. Checking out the new best player in the world who is Cias right now.
Yes.
We have Shamin Ahmed over here saying LBFF is great from Bangladesh. Fabrício Segundo saying go Acelora.
Thank you, Fabricio. Thank you for supporting me. And so now I have the information. We see that to close the third safe zone, it's 1 second and 15 and 1 minute and 15 seconds. So it still is very hard. It's very fast, and it is 1 minute to close the fourth zone. So now we are going to observe how the players are going to move themselves. Corinthians is being marked by Los Grandes, and Los Grandes is improving themselves today, because they're always doing that. We saw that in the first match they were like observing all the teams, how the teams rotate, and they were in one spot, just trying to get all the kills from that team. So I think that's going to happen again.
And that position was a position that before used last season. When they went away from the refinery, when they had to leave refinery, they always went to those rocks to get the site from the lower ground. It's a great position, and that sent before to become one of the best teams in Kalahari last season.
Yes.
It's a really strong position, Ase.
Yes, it is a very strong position, and now we see that God Unidas is going to rotate. They're very, very near to Tropa, so they need to be careful about it. Of course, both of the teams need to be careful. We see that Real is getting near to playground, which is a good spot, but not right now, because it's not in the safe zone. So they're going to have to move themselves, and of course Los Grandes has a very strong position, so they're going to use it very wisely. So Corinthians, I think, is going to have a very hard time to move themselves. And look right now, look at the advantage of the Magic squad against BD Vasco.
Bob's trying to use the grenades to take down the support, who is easy from the top of the house. He has a Car 98 on his hands. Grenades are coming toward him, and Bobs will not leave it easy for easy, and he is already down. Guasha was the one to take him down in the duel of supports. We see Hender playing from wide open, and Guasha will take the kill. Now we have 47 players in this matchup, because the first blood went against 0-0 Nation, and they brought it back, and it seems that Chucky is having some trouble. He was bringing Easy back to life, but he is in the wide open. He will have to rush and use the ice to protect himself against Italo. We see some shots coming in from Italo. Bob's taking down Hender, and one more grenade to try to finish off the player from Vasco. Chucky will also go down. Nice job by Italo, rushing and jumping with the Max 7 to get the shots out. Leno will also go down, but not without first taking Bueno to the floor. I just got messed up with my tongue. I just twisted my tongue in ways I thought I could not do it. It happens. We see Italo taking down Leno, and Vasco now with only one player to fight against this rush from the Magic squad. We also see Real dealing with 0-0 Nation and Liberty. A confrontation that is happening in every map. Real and Liberty are facing off against each other, and maybe they are going at each other because both of the teams are fighting on the bottom of the standings. We see Triple X trying to get some shots out. Tunis is leading the charge for this Real squad, and Pato will take Honey to the floor. Pato now takes Lucky God as well. 1-9 brings the scythe, and he becomes the Green Reaper. Triple kill with the scythe! Great job by 1-9, getting the quadra. 3 with the scythe. An amazing job by the Brazilian Saitama asset.
Yes, 1-9 is performing very well today, so now VM7 is aggressive themselves, and he has a very strong weapon, which is the Charge Buster.
He has a Charge Burster indeed, and he will try to use it against the rush that is coming after him. Nicholas takes one player down, 1-9 is still fighting. He has the scythe once again. One more kill with the scythe. My God, he just became the Green Reaper, but 0-0 Nation will go down. Not without an amazing fight, but Real takes the kills, and VM7 once again getting his friends on his backpack and taking Real away from damage asset.
It is indeed. VM7 already got the right time to move himself and do everything that he could to get back all the players of Real. So really good improvement by him. And now we see Magic Squad aggressive in themselves. They are not afraid to fight. They are really going against every team they see.
They are going after anyone, and Japa XL is the first victim. He's on the floor. Oh my God! Oh my God! CS got 1, but Magic Squad got 3. And Real is just destroyed, decimated. They go back to the lobby in the 10th position with a sandwich that came as destructive as a wrecking ball. And now we see Corinthians going after the players from Los Grandes. Fac will get the kill on Easy, and Vasco will be back on the lobby. But Los Grandes gets 2 players down. An amazing shot with the grenade launcher from the players of Los Grandes. Juan tries to come over. He wants to take the kill on Vichin. Vichin is trying to break the ice, but Juan just dribbled him, just brushed him, and he came back with the Babao to send Juan to the floor. Now only one player to fight. It's Cebolinha to fight for Los Grandes. Is trying to bring Gus back, while the players from Corinthians bring themselves back up as well, because it was a one-on-one fight. Vichin will get the kill on Juan. Now it's a 4 versus 3 fight, and Gus will get the takedown on Hazur with a grenade launcher. And now Cebolinha taking down, but Corinthians will go down on the hands of Cauê. He got the kill with the AWM from afar. Good job by Cauê. And now Los Grandes will have time to recompose themselves after that fight to go for the second to last safe zone of the matchup asset.
And look at Loudgy, the way that they're moving themselves is we see that Magic Squad is really improving themselves here in the second match. They are trying to get all the kills that they can. Of course, that's very important because they started very badly, which were a map that they had more facility to move themselves. So now they are going against Kill It and Kill It back to the lobby. And we see that Fluxo is going against Meta Gaming, and also Loudgy has a good position. They're going to be able to move themselves into the center of the safe, which is very good for them. But also they're having a hard time against Los Grandes, and Los Grandes also having a hard time against Loudgy.
And Metagaming, who is one of the best teams in Kalahari, is trying to control the entrance of the safe zone, but Fluxo has an amazing position, and Loud will finally go down on the hands of Metagaming and Los Grandes. Los Grandes with a great start of the day here today. Now Cebolinha is on the floor. Fawn will get the time to heal his partner up. No, he will not. He will leave Cebolinha to die, and that's awful. Cascão will never do that. Only Fonzin did it, but Ousado is now on the floor. Rafa X is also on the floor, and Japa BKR tries to bring Ousado back to the game, but he will not be able to. We see Metagaming closing in. The Magic Squad is also trying to sandwich Fluxo over there. Only Japa BKR alive, and he will not be anymore. He is back on the lobby. Fluxo goes down in the 4th position. Another good job by Fluxo. And Metagaming just destroyed the remaining players of Magic Squad, and now they have to deal with Fawn. The grenade launcher shot. It was really close. Fawn had to move to not be targeted, to not be hit over there. He has an AWM, and he has the space to try to get the shots. He just took Pão to the floor, and he now can bring chaos to this Metagaming squad. The AWM is a really dangerous weapon. From afar, he might get a chance of bringing down the players, but the rush is coming in. Rafa X with the sight on his hands. Fons will put him to the floor, and what a grenade! Eric gets a shot, and it's a boom! Yeah, Metagaming! An incredible rush and an incredible map from one of the best teams in Kalahari of the season. Now, the best team in Kalahari of the season, I say.
Yes, we saw that Eric told his teammate to move himself and then go there and be like a fish in the
Take the bait.
Yes, exactly, take the bait. And then Fonzinho, of course, looked to Rafa X, and then Eric did a great grenade and got the Booyah, which is very important for metagaming. They're improving themselves as they're having a great performance here in this LBFF. So I'm very excited to see the highlights of this match and talk to you guys about some of the strategic ways that they did.
And
so now we see it.
We see it. We have Metagaming with 21 points. And once again, Los Grandes, 17 points onto their hands. Great job by Magic Squad, probably taking back the position they lost to God Unidas with 16 points. Flux with 9. Loud with a good job, 9 points. Tropa with 7 points. As we see Fonzin, the MVP, with 5 kills. A strong day by Los Grandes.
Yes, a very strong day. We saw that Corinthians rushed themselves against Los Grandes, and that was very important for them. We saw how fast and how Los Grandes get a very good connection. We saw that how strong the players are. We saw the moment that Gus did a very important grenade launcher against the players from Corinthians, and all of them went back to the lobby. So I'm liking the strategic ways they're using, and that's it. I think they are a very strong team. So let's see if in the third match they are going to continue with this aggressivity.
Liberty, 2 maps, no points for them up until right now. My captain, are we going straight to the break or are we going to check the standings? Please confirm here. We're going for a quick break, and after the break, we'll bring you guys the standings. We gotta hydrate over here. We are back live to bring you guys to the third map of the day. We're heading to Bermuda, and of course we gotta check the standings for us to bring a little picture of how the scene is right now, with Fluxo leading, Metagaming going to the second position, I said.
Yes, Metagaming passed everyone that were there. We see that Magic
Only
Squad...
1 point behind Fluxo.
Yes, only 1 point. They have 4 Booyahs, which is important for them, of course. And we see that BD Vasco has 261 and 3 Booyahs. They have a lot of kills, 130 kills, so they are more aggressive than metagaming. However, they got a really good position in the map, and we see a lot of the teams getting good positions in the map, which is very important. We see a lot of changes in their teams, like Los Grandes that changed their game. They're aggressive in themselves as they're getting more in the high ground and waiting to get an observation of the teams and killing a lot of the players that are trying to pass by to the safe zone. So that's important too to tell you guys. And I want to see about the Bermuda. Some of the teams reacting themselves like Liberty. They really need to change their game. They started okay, so they need to keep improving themselves. However, and yes, I think that's very important for them because they're having a really hard start today.
Awful day right now.
Yes.
0 points in 2 maps for them, and we're heading to Brasilia. To Bermuda, sorry, map where they share a drop call with Real, who is having a good day here today.
Yeah.
And it might be once again an early confrontation, and they need to focus and concentrate to join that battle with at least conditions to fight, right?
Yes, they need to go to weapons, and I don't think the early confrontations are very good for them because they didn't had a good start. So I think they need to play more safe, play more safe, and let the call for Real if that's the case.
But the call that is coming here is that we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R7D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, myself, Eangini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Acelora, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Ace!
Yes, and we see that God Unidas already got to their drop call. They didn't change the game, which of course I don't think is going to happen by a lot of the teams. I don't think they're going to change it right now. And I see Metagaming going to their drop call also, in Real very close to them. Real is going to Angar, and no, I don't think the Liberty went to the same spot as Real, which is very smart of them. They needed to change their drop call. They needed to play more safe, and that's what I think we're going to see by Liberty. So now we see Metagaming trying to get more resources, and a lot of the players is still in their still dropping, and that's it by now. We see that Metagaming is aggressive in themselves as they had a great start, and they got the latest Booyah. So let's see that if it's going to happen again.
And it's important to bring an information. Currently, Vasco is the best team in Bermuda.
Yeah.
With 111 points onto their hands in this map. However, Metagaming is the third one, and those two teams are fighting for the top of the standings. We see some changes in God Unidas. Juninho Excel coming in place of Mike. Probably a strategical change in this matchup because Mike was playing really well.
Yes.
And probably a change for the map, right? Right, Asif?
Yeah, some of the maps they change the players so to adapt themselves, and each of the maps, some players really do have a great performance in Kalahari, which was the thing of Mike. He's a great player, and now we see that they substitute him by another player, which is good here in the Bermuda map. And we see some of the players appearing themselves right now. So let's see who is going to get the best of it.
And now we see some game shows that happen on the Brazilian broadcast coming up for us. We saw over there Vitinho XP, we saw Bobs over there as well. And those guys are having some fun in the Brazilian broadcast. They were having it before the matches because now they are currently playing, of course. So they're having fun because the game is fun to play as well. It's not only competition, it's all fun and games as well. We see God Unidas rotating and a really quiet start of match here in Bermuda compared to what we had on the first two maps of the day.
Exactly.
And I must start calling you Ace. Because in English, ace is better.
Okay, so do it. It's all good. We see that Real is rotating by car, which is a strategic to get in this meta, with this new meta, and it is a very good one. But now we see Moreira going back to the lobby, and also Pon very huffed.
Going back to the lobby while this metagaming squad now ties Fluxo on the top of the standings. Now,
Exactly.
currently, Metagaming is the leader of the standings with that 1 kill that Kawe got onto Moreira. Shout out to Umesh Kumar over here on the chat, shouting out for Metagaming. We see Shaimin Ahmed saying he loves me. Thank you, Shaimin. Ritik Singh over here saying we're all Indians watching. Lots of Indians here. Indeed, we see Shaimin Ahmed saying they need no brew. They want to see no brew. Shaitana Rane over here. Umesh Kumar saying he's loving your casting. We see Samir saying Loud is the best because of Kronos, but Kronos is not playing today. Umesh Kumar over here, we've shouted him out. And now the fight going on between God Unidas and Magic Squad. Bueno will take Rigby to the floor. Nice job by Bueno getting the kill, and Guasha brings it back. Also one more kill for him. Bueno will take Juninho XL. There is only one player to fight for this God Unidas squad. It's Maheta. He tries to use the grenades, tries to protect himself, to keep him alive, and to maybe bring it. This God Unidas squad back to life. Nice grenade putting down Italo. And it will give him some time for him to run. He will not be able to. Bobs was waiting with the Max 7 onto his face. And Los Grandes also dealing right now with Loud. Los Grandes with a great start of the day. 39 points for them in the first 2 maps. And Gus with a grenade. Nice double takedown onto Northern Will. And Loud will be destroyed. What an amazing rush by this Los Grandes squad, using the high ground position in Renam Village to destroy this whole squad. From Loud, we see now 0-0 Nation going after the players from Real, their usual rotation. They leave Cape Town, go to Renam Village, and now they got surprised by 0-0 Nation right there in Renam Village, I said.
Yes, we see a lot of the use of the Skylar, which is the build that the players are using right now. It's very important to be using it, especially if you are a support player. And Antunes doesn't have a way out.
Yeah, he was surrounded by ice and fire. He was almost in Game of Thrones, a song of ice and fire to Antunes over there. He was just destroyed by the 0-0 Nation squad. They got 2 kills and forced the players from Real to retreat. But Japa XL is still on the fight. 1-9 will get a kill, and he will come with the scythe once again. He's kind of having some fun with that scythe.
Yes, I really think so. He's not afraid to use it. He's always using it. Doesn't matter the situation. He likes it. I think he's really having a great time, which of course is good. 0-0 Nation now is improving themselves, is trying a new way of game. They're going against the teams. They went against Real. They didn't have afraid of it, and I know that 3 teams are doing the same strategic, which is the Magic Squad, which is rushing themselves against the players. We see that Los Grandes is also advancing themselves against some teams, and right now we see 0-0 Nation doing the same thing. And Meta has a different way of playing. Meta, they prefer to be like waiting. They prefer to observe the other teams, observe the situation of the other teams, and then they get advanced against the team. So of course, two extreme ways of playing, and it is connecting for both teams. So let's see who is going to get the best of it here in Purgatory. And also in Purgatory, the players, they rotate a lot with the cars. So that's something that we are seeing in it. We saw that 0-0 Nation rotate themselves with the car against Real. We saw that Magic Squad rotate themselves against God Unidas with the car. So that's something that the teams are going to do a lot here in the Bermuda map.
And now Vasco is being harmed. We still don't get sights of who is it. It's VM7, and he just went down. Hender just exploded his head. And now there is only one player alive for this Real squad. They had a good start of the day, but now a bad start of the match. But he was just taunting the players to allow Triple X to get the call back for all his teammates. Ace, what an amazing choice of play by this Real squad. I am liking what I'm seeing strategically by this Real squad today.
Me too. I like the way they are improving the team. They are thinking more in a way that they try to improve all the players. We saw that one of the players got away, and then Triple X tried to save all his teammates, and right now he really did. So that's something very good for Real. I like the way that they are aggressive in themselves. However, Liberty, which is having a hard day right now, going against Corinthians.
Trying to go with the car rotation as Ace shouted out, but now they will have to deal with Corinthians, and Bundy and Vitinho will put it down. It's now a 3v2 fight because Fluxo also joined the battle. Cias got the kill. Vitinho Xpel will get Drizzy as well. Liberty might not get any points for killing, and there's only Pato to fight, and he will go down. Liberty once again, only 1 point for them in the matchup. 3 maps, 1 point. What an awful day by this Liberty squad. We see Osado rushing. He will try to get to the players of Corinthians. Bundy's over there. Fluxo rushing, trying to get some points. They need to take some points because Metagaming is coming after them on the top of the standings. We see CS trying to deal with the players from Corinthians that are below the hill. And now Fak will get the shot down on Hazur, and the Max 7 is singing for Fak as Luciano Pavarotti would, and Corinthians will be destroyed by this great opera that Fluxo orchestrated against Denace.
We see that the fights are getting more and more fast. We see that the teams are not afraid to advance themselves against other teams, which only shows that this new meta is going to be very aggressive. And I like it. I particularly like it. And we see Tropa playing more safely, trying to get more information off the other teams. We see that BL is trying to get the drop, probably to get a support weapon, and we see Moreira trying to get a pixel against Real team.
He knows that Real is by the watchtower while the team is bad in loot right now because they had to come back from the dead. They just got zombied back into this game, and they are hiding themselves by the watchtower. But now Los Grandes is trying to come over the players from Vasco. Easy just took down Gus and forced Los Grandes to restart the rush. We see Juan over there rotating. We see Leno trying to go over and take a good spot for the fight. He tries some shots out, and the first player down was Cebolinha, but nice shot by Juan, putting Leno to sleep. What an incredible shot by the former MVP. Now Easy will take Cebolinha back to the lobby while Vasco has 2 eliminations. They only have 3 players to fight against Los Grandes. They have to deal with Real, and they will have to deal also with 0-0 Nation that is coming to the clock tower as well. Chucky is the first target from 0-0 Nation who might save Los Grandes in this fight. It forces Vasco to rotate. BD Vasco now going back, going to the end of clock tower to keep themselves alive because they know they would have been sandwiched if they stayed on that battle ace.
Which is a very good strategic way to move themselves away from this fight. Of course, they knew that if they continued in the fight, they would probably have a hard time. So now they are trying to get away, to get a new rotation towards the safe zone. They need to be very careful because Real got there. Real is already waiting. They probably have some weapon, probably a scar that I saw in the hand of one of the players. And we see Easy still over there trying to get a position against Los Grandes and 0-0 Nation. However, 0-0 Nation is going against BD Vasco, trying to get some shots. And also we see that Magic Squad has a really good position in the school area. The house that we see 0-0 Nation here in Brazil, we name it by school because it seems
it's a school.
Yeah, it looks like a school, so we call it by school. And we see now Easy getting some shots against the 0-0 Nation plays. Oh.
And look at this rotation from Flux. We see Chapa BKR taking some shots from the players of Real, and now he has the information about the players from Tropa on the top of the factory. It's now a dangerous spot for Fluxo. They will have to hide inside of the factory, but Kiled just put Cias to the floor with a nice grenade. We see him taking the aim from the top of the the factory and giving some shots with the grenade, and 0-0 Nation will go down on the hands of Vasco and Los Grandes. Nice job by Los Grandes here today. More than 40 points for them already in this matchup, in this first 3 maps of the day, doing a great job to bring themselves back up in the standings and back up in the fight for the leadership. Now we have Magic Squad also trying to get some shots out to the players of Metagaming. And look at the Hender! Hender with the double kill, the nice grenade launcher shot coming from the Vasco player. He's trying to be the MVP of the season. We see Fak trying to deal with the players from Tropa that are fighting from the top down. They have the top down advantage. They have the best position in this map. And now Fluxo will try to go over the players from Hell. But look at the job done by Tropa as well. Mandela bringing down Fak and also coming down onto the hands of Fak. We see now Mandela rotating. He tries to go over the players from Fluxo. Look at CS! Nice job by CS getting the shots out with the Mag 7. Triple kill for Fak, double kill for CS, and now Hender using the grenade launcher shots to put VM7 down. Easy goes back to the lobby, but Hender has 4 kills onto his end, and he has the support from Chucky. He knows he has to deal with the players. Nice shot! Great shot by Hender, getting the double kill with the grenade launcher. Japa BKR will steal the kill onto Japa, while Vasco tries to get the last one. 7 kills for them. They want to be on the top of the standings. Real goes down in the 4th position. 3 teams, 10 players still in this fight. Fluxo is full. They need to bring Ousado back to their feet, but they are fully armed to go for this last squad. And look at Bobs getting the double kill with the grenade launcher once again. Now 2 teams. It's a 4v4 situation. Fluxo with 4 players. Magic Squad also has 4, but Bobs is on the floor. Now it's a 4v3 fight in favor of Fluxo. Is it the first booyah of the season? Will Fluxo get their first booyah? Italo now rotates. He will try to bring Bobs back to the fight. Fluxo with lots and lots of kills on their hands will have to deal with Magic Squad, who is all spread. Fluxo is fighting all tight, and Magic Squad is fighting all spread towards the safe. However, Fluxo has the advantage to be in the center of the safe zone, but Fak went down, and now with 1 player down, Magic Squad will try to rush. They get the first player down. Now there are 2 down, and Ousado was brought back. CS tries to fight. Bobs goes down to the floor as well. It's a tough fight between those 2 teams. Now Fluxo is back with 4 players to fight this last fight. Only 3 remaining for Magic Squad. Fluxo has the advantage. They want to fight this last battle with the advantage. Bueno using the grenades, trying to take CS down, trying to take probably the most important player for Fluxo in this matchup. We see Ousado trying to rotate. He's going for the support, while Italo tries to get some shots out onto Ousado. He rotates. He's nearing the edge of the safe zone, and this is the advantage that Fluxo has to be in the center of the safe. Italo will go down. Ousado gets the shot. Bueno also goes down. There's only Guacha to fight. Will he survive? Will he take the players down? CS goes back to the lobby, and Fluxo gets the kill. And finally, it's a booyah! Fluxo! Now the leaders have a booyah! Fluxo is dominating in kills, and now they add 12 more points to the 14 kills they got and get an amazing 26-point lead on the table, Zase!
We saw the way that Guacha moved himself. He had a really good gun on his hand, which is the Kar 98. It's a very, very, very good gun, because you have the position of the player, then you only shoot it, and it already craves on the player. So it is a good gun to manipulate it, and we see that Fluxo was, like Marcelo said, was already was all together. So it is easy to save your player when you play all together. And we saw a hard time for Magic Squad. However, their position was very good, but they had a hard time to save in all their players, because they were all separate from each other. So it was hard for them to get support with all the players. And now we see the way that BD Vasco played. They had a hard time because they got sandwiched by 2 teams, which were Magic Squad and Real. So it was very hard for them to move themselves and get into a good position. And we saw Tropa advancing themselves against Fluxo. We saw that Cia Sias with the Mag 7 did a great work in this time when Ender went and dropped 2 players of Real, but then Fluxo on the other side is still the kills was also a good moment for them, and we saw that Fluxo got really good, a good start, and finally the Booyah. Finally, they got the Booyah. And Ender, with 6 kills, is the MVP of this match.
And I liked the way that Fluxo played aggressively by the factory in the end of the match. They are going for the early rotations, for the defensive play near the center of the safe zone, and that paid off really well for them because they had a great spot to fight this last battle against Magic Squad. But shout out to Vasco, another great game by Hender, getting a lot of kills, and Los Grandes 50 points in 3 maps. We're gonna check the standings for you guys to see how this changed our board over here. Los Grandes is climbing up the rankings. They started the day in the 13th position, and they are in the 8th position, close to Vivocade, 3 points behind Vivocade, and they might get to God Unidas, they might get to Corinthians, who are not having a great day here today, Yasser.
Yes, and we see that it's still Liberty not having a improvement.
2 points in 3 maps.
Yeah, we already passed. Yes, that's what I was going to say. We already passed 3 maps, and we have only more 3. So they need to balanceate their game. They need to aggressive their game against the teams if they want to punctuate themselves today. And we see Loud going down by 0-0 Nation. They're having a good day today. They're having a okay day because we see that they are aggressive in themselves. They're going against the players. They're not afraid to pass it. And we see Los Grandes is too having a good day, improving themselves. As God Unida, however, are having a hard time because many of the teams are going against them. So it's hard for them to rotate. It's hard for them to keep improving their game. And we see BD Vasco going up, also having a great day. Metagaming, Magic Squad. Magic Squad is a good team for us to talk about because they are not afraid to go to aggressive themselves to fight against whichever team that is on their
sides.
Yes, on their side. So they are a very aggressive team. I want to keep an eye on them, and that's it.
The 4 best teams here today were shouted out by you. The best team here today is Los Grandes with 50 points, Flux with 43, 26 coming from that last drop, Metagaming with 39, and Magic Squad with 37.
Yes.
Great day for the teams on the top of the standings, and that's incredible. And we get to see 3 more maps coming up. But first, me and Ase, we need to get our throats ready. We need to hydrate. We need to take some water because lots and lots of action are coming up for you guys, and we'll be right back after a quick break.
ladder for the second round of the paused game. Our dear Pedro Landim, the popular Pousada, has already guaranteed his place in the semifinals. Now, who will do well? Hold on.
Salve rapaziada, aqui é o XP do Corinthians.
Aqui é o Bops da Magic Squad. Sou o MVR, capitão da equipe da Los Grandes, e hoje eu tô no jogo pausado.
You have the style, Dad. Is everyone ready?
Muito mais que pronto.
Then the dance continues. Name in 15 seconds the most coaches that have ever been through LBFF. Oh my god, bite your lip. You're concentrating, aren't you, Daddy?
Morreda, Souto, Butter, Cauã, K9. Caraca, deu muito branco agora.
Ave Maria. Machado, Cade,
Cade, Luking, K9, Souto, Metal.
Pior que eu nem sei, K9.
Agora que acabou veio muito nome na mente.
It's always like that, isn't it? Name in 15 seconds the most weapons that you know that are AR.
M4A1, Scar, Atiradeira, Famas.
Scar, M249, AUG, Famas.
Scar, Gross, M4, AK, Carapina, 80.
The video was paused right at the time of the crash, right, Daddy? Lucky we saved the audio.
SVD, Carapina,
SVD, Carapina, C80.
Name in 15 seconds the most teams that have qualified for the Serie A via the Access Group.
God, Meninos da Vila.
R10, XD.
How is it?
Essa é difícil.
And who said it would be easy? Now, name in 15 seconds the maximum number of players that start with the letter G.
O G?
That without excuse.
Não tem.
Yes, there are 13 players exactly.
Gus.
God Kill.
Poxa, não vai ser nenhum. God Kill.
And our time is up. Let's go to the podium.
Vambora, vou aceitar todas.
Let it out, editor. MVR secured a place in the semifinals. It's so nice to see those guys having fun with those games. I'm just amazed by how they know about LBFF. MVR is in the semifinals right now, and he joins Ousado, that is also in the semifinals. He started last week as the only player on the semifinals, I said.
I think that it is very funny that Boppies didn't got the names with G. 2 players current is on his team.
His squad.
Yes, which is Guasha and Godkill. He only got Godkill, so that was funny. I think the pressure for them to get the names got him a little bit confused. So I'm very excited to see Purgatory, how the teams are going to move in this map, because we saw the first Purgatory on fire. It was very fast. So I'm very excited to see it. I want to see if Los Grandes is going to be the team to get the second Booyah. So maybe we're going to have double Booyahs today?
Maybe we'll have the double Booyahs, but I also expect a lot from God Unidas in this map. I almost said God Q, but it's God Unidas actually. And of course, when we go back to the start of the day and we see what Los Grandes is doing here today, 50 points in 3 maps. If they keep the average, they will go for around 100 points, which is incredible. They will probably not keep that average. The mathematics are not as exact as we expect it to be, but it's great to see a team going back to their roots, the players going back to their roots. We see Juan going back to the aggressiveness that he usually has. We see Cebolinha having some help with the rush with Juan going as aggressive as he is right now. And Los Grandes is a different team this week.
Yes, it's a very different team this week, and I like this team. They need to keep doing what they are doing right now. Cebolinha is a very good player. He's in the bench, but of course we know that he's a very good player. So now he got back in the matches. He's being more used in the team, and that's something very good to see. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see this change in Los Grandes, and of course I'm glad to see that Juan is back on his route. I'm glad to see that the aggressiveness of the player. And So now we are going to see how the players are doing and improving themselves in the
kill leader stat
Yes.
that is coming on the screen for you guys to check out. The kill leaders are still Cias and Hender and Easy, but we see Bobs getting to the 4th position
Yes.
right now, and we see that things are changing. Players are starting to come up, trying to get to the top, and Cias with 5 kills here today is a good number for the half of the day. He probably can go for more than 10 kills still in here today, but we also see Hender closing the gap. Hender is now
Yes.
only 8 kills behind Cias.
Yes, Hender is a very aggressive player. He uses the charge buster and he does use it very well. It's not an easy weapon to control. So we see that some of the players are really having an easy time with this weapon, and of course is a very good to improve it in their game, because it's one shot only and the player is down on the floor. So it is a very powerful weapon. So let's see if we are going to have it on this 4th map. And I'm very excited to see also metagaming in this 4th map, because Eric is a very aggressive player. He's very good with the charge buster, he's good with the grenades, so soon we're going to see it and I'm excited about it.
And of course, Orangutan Fan Club over here, Shaimin Ahmed, Fabrício Segundo, OG Ayush, Antonio Comps over here, Pedro Henrique and Flow Decent all over here. Back on the plane because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R7D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Acelora, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop Ace!
And we see a very easy airplane route, which is not going to get a hard time for the players. Of course, all of them are going to their drop calls. Normally, we see Central with Fluxo, which is what we're seeing right now. And I think the players are going to get more and more aggressive in this 4th map. Of course, we know that some of the teams need to change the way they're playing, which is Liberty. They need to change the way they're playing right now. They need to play more safely. However, they're having a hard time even when they play more safely in the match. They try to do a rotation. We saw in the 3rd map they tried to do a rotation and then they got called by Corinthians. So they are having hard times. They are having hard times even when they try to rotate more safely. So let's see how they're going to adaptate their game.
At least it seems that they will play Purgatory a little more than they did on the first rush of the day. Only 2 minutes for them to be wiped out by Real, and now we see Loud bringing Kronos into this fight. Will leaving the match for Kronos to come back. Loud missing a little bit of that support from Kronos, and they are engaging into fights that they are being destroyed before the fights happen. That's the role of the support, getting shots out onto the players trying to rush, and it missed some things for Kronos. They had Kawan as their support, and Kawan is a really aggressive player. And now we see Garunidas bringing back Mike, but not on the place of Junin, on the place of Rigby, who was having great days on the past weekends. However, today he's not playing that fiercely as he was on the past weeks, Asit.
Yes, I'm very surprised by this change because Rigby is a very aggressive player. He is on the position of rush, so I wanted to see how the Godwinitas team is going to perform now. And also we see some changes in the Liberty team. We see that Duck is out and Hype is in his place. So I think the change is good because Liberty is not connecting their game today. So let's see how they're going to move themselves. It's still by car, but now they need to pay more attention on their rotation to see if they're not to find other team in the same rotation that they are doing right now.
And the changes for Liberty bring more hype to the match because Hype just came in to the place of Pato. So no Duck sounds anymore. However, a little more hype in this matchup. And once again, Liberty going for the car rotations. That was their doom in the 3rd map of the day in in Bermuda, and they chose to go once again with the cars, which can be really dangerous. However, they are going for the early rotations. They are trying to get a good spot by the center of the safe zone, and it's important for them to at least settle down somewhere good, somewhere where they can loot in peace, right, Asi?
Yes, right. We see that some differences about that, and also we see Liberty going towards their rotation, their normally rotation. They always does what they are doing right now. They could get spotted by metagaming. They have a good position right now. They are in a ski lodge. So let's see how they are going to rotate. And also we see BD Vasco against 0-0 Nation. 0-0 Nation are trying to rotate right now in the region of field area. And now we see Ender going against their 0-0 Nation players.
There's one player down onto the hands of Ender as well. And Honey will put a nice kappa onto Ender. Nice shot coming from above. And look at Leno. Look at Leno. The man has the sight beyond its reach. Has their X-ray vision to see behind the trees and to get the first blood onto the hands of Vasco. 5 minutes of play, and now Lucky God goes to the floor on the hands of, once again, Hender. But Hender just took a missile to the head, and 0-0 Nation is rotating, running for their lives because there are tons of missiles coming onto their heads.
Yeah, the danger zone is very danger, as the name says. So the players need to be more and more careful about it. Now we see Hender, which is halved. He now is trying to do he's trying to recover himself, of course. And we see Fonzin against 0-0 Nation. So 0-0 Nation now is suffering, is having a hard time to connect here in the Purgatory map.
And they just lost their third player in the matchup. The first went to the hands of Vasco, the
Yes.
second onto the hands of the safe zone. And now they lose one more for Los Grandes. But Nicolas tries to bring it back. Chucky will get the kill. And 0-0 Nation will go back to the lobby. And Vasco getting 2 important kills to start a matchup and to get this map a little more calm, because it opens up space.
It does open up space. Now we see our first team going back to the lob, and we see now confrontation Liberty against Meta Gaming. So still we see Liberty having a hard time to connect themselves in the rotations.
What it seems to me is that they seem to be not aware of the drop calls of the other teams. They're always rotating towards somebody that is close to them, and also Vasco getting close, getting the first takedown onto tThe, while Metagaming will get the advantage into this fight, going 4v3 and now 4v2. Easy will get the kill on tThe, and now it's a 4v2 for Metagaming to go after the players from Liberty. They will have an easy fight to win because Hype is on the floor, Eric is on the floor as well, and Liberty might get at least a point or not. Vaccine tries to run, he goes for the zigzag run, and it will not happen. It will not happen. Liberty will go down with no points once again. 4 maps, 2 points for Liberty in this day. Probably one of the worst days in the history of LBFF. I will go for our sources or our oraculums over here to understand if that is possible for Liberty to break the record of the worst day of the history of LBFF here today.
I think that on the last split, Real had the same kind of performance. I think the Liberty got here, and oh yeah, so now we see that Liberty is the team that is having the worst performance, and we see Janizinha saying that she wants to see this LBFF on fire. So go towards it, people.
She's cheering for Fluxo. And Riani is saying that she just got to the broadcast, and now it's time for Corinthians to get the booyah. Caio Souza saying he believes Cebolinha as a starter Los Grandes is way more aggressive.
Yes, I agree with Cebolinha, and we see Almeida saying that BD Vasco is going to get 2 booyahs. We didn't see it happening, but it still could happen. And we know that the team is very capable. We know that the team has very good players and aggressive players, so let's see how they're going to connect their game. And we see Fluxo in a rotation, and they're probably going to confrontate Tropa right now.
And just completely in the formation, as we said, currently Liberty has the worst day in the history of LBFF. The worst day came from Red Canids Kalunga with only 4 points in a whole day. Let's check out what will happen if Liberty will get those 2 points that they need to not be the worst team of the history of LBFF in a week. Now we see Corinthians running away from the players of God Unidas, and Japa BKR just takes the first kill onto the players of Tropa. He uses the Chrono, Osado uses the Chrono over there. Cias will get the kill on BL. Kiled is trying to go for the grenades, and Mandela is trying to hold his place by the side of his teammate. Now Fak will take Mandela down and he will get the kill, but Kiled will try to bring it back with the P90, and Cias will take the kill and the squad wipe onto the players of Tropa. Now we see Corinthians and God Unidas finally going at each other. No more standoff. Now they go for the kills. Now we see Miguel rotating. He has the Mac-10, the Mini Uzi on his hand, and Juninho will take the kill on Vitinho XP, an aggressive player that came into this lineup. We don't have Rigby playing right now, and Juninho is the one trying to go for the rush. Metagaming bringing back some players that were fallen on the battle against Liberty. Now we have Miguel over there trying to rotate, trying to find Hazuri and Zenak that are outside of the house. Zenak uses the tree, and Bunch comes from behind to take down on the players from God Unidas. He will get the kill on Miguel. Now he has to rush, he has to run inside of the coverage because he is being targeted, and Corinthians will go down. Nice rush by God Unidas, getting 4 kills, and they are close to a store where they can buy Miguel back into this game.
Exactly, we see a different type of game now in God Unidas. They are bringing back the aggressiveness that they really needed in the start of this day. So I'm glad that God Unidas right now is improving themselves, and now we see Fluxo rotating towards the safe zone, and they are probably going to have to confrontation God Unidas to get there.
And we also have Los Grandes confronting against Magic Squad, 2 teams that are doing really well here today. And one player fell down aside, and God Unidas is indeed trying to rotate, and Fluxo will be in a better position to fight. God has the coverage, has the shelter of the house, but Fluxo has the top-down view. They have the positioning advantage, and they now have the chance to rush with Ousado and Cias. By the side, Fak is over there as well. We see that Fluxo is now trying to take some good spots by the windows to take down the players from God Unidas. Grenades from Cias taking down Miguel, and Marreta will go down as well. Vasco is dealing with Magic Squad while Ousado tries to rotate. He tries to go after Mike. Some shots going on. Cias and Ousado go down, but Juninho brings it back, taking down Fak and Japa BKR. Now he has to play against Cias, and the grenades and the MP5 from Cias are destroying the opposition. They have 7 kills on their hands, and Fluxo is rushing towards probably a second booyah of the day here, Ace.
Yes, Fluxo having a great performance. We see Cias with quadra kill, so they are starting very well. We see that Fluxo is on fire, and again with the kills.
Again with the kills. Now Japa BKR will take one over Real. 8 kills for Fluxo. 2 on the hands of Japa, 1 on the hands of Ousado, 1 on the hands of Fak, and 4 for the MVP CS that now reaches 60 kills in 3 weeks. 60 kills in 3 weeks. What this guy is doing is just something out of this world. Now we see him trying to take one more. He takes triple. She's 61. 61 for him. We will keep counting. Cias is destroying, and Real will go down. Fluxo is adding up kill after kill after kill. Now we see the safe zone favoring the squad of Loud with a good job by Kronos and Oda trying to hold the center of the safe zone from the players of Metagaming that are trying to come in. We see Eric, the closest player from Metagaming, now rushing to the other side, probably trying to take the high ground for this fight, and Loud now in a great spot for them to try to get their booyah here today.
Yes, we see that some teams are going to have a hard time entering the safe zone. Loud is getting all the observations and getting all the positions of the teams. Right now, we see that Fluxo got some bullets. Of course, they're okay right now because they have the cover of the house, and we see also Magic Squad trying to advance themselves and Fluxo observing, marking all the teams. So of course, very good for Fluxo, but right now we have confrontation metagaming against Magic Squad.
And we have this rotation happening from Rafa. He tries to find a good shot, but Eric will go down on the hands of Cias. Once again, Cias meddling himself inside of a fight, and Ousado gets the kills. But now Italo and Bueno have to hold this Magic Squad back into this fight. They wiped out Metagaming. They sent Metagaming back to the lobby in the 5th position with the help of Fluxo and with the help of Loud. Now let's see if K1 will hold down the players from Vasco that are coming from the hills. They have the top-down advantage, and they have shelter by the house. So Vasco might be in a great spot for this fight against Loud. We see Fluxo also using some shelter over there, but they have Fuck and Cias for this fight. Bueno and Italo are fighting for the Magic Squad by the other side. Loud has a great position, but they might be sandwiched by all teams trying to come into the safe zone asset.
Yes, exactly. I think the team that is going to have a hard time is Magic Squad. However, right now they have an advantage because the shop just got dropped near them, so they can save their teammates, and of course that's going to help them. And right now we see Easy over there with the AWM, and that could help him. But we also see K1 7 with the one-shot gun, and that's some advantage for him.
And of course, it's not going to be easy for Easy to take those kills, but he has a good weapon and he has great aim. He's running for the MVP as well. He's in the 3rd position on our kill leaders list, and the grenades from K1 now trying to damage the players from Vasco, trying to avoid the rush, but look at that grenade. Nice from K1 to use the CR7, to use the Chrono for himself, and Chucky will go down on the floor, and Vasco will have to deal with only 3 players into this fight against Loud. Let's see if they will hold on Kronos with the sniper rifle. He has just a few inches of space left, and Hinder will get the grenade out. Lost will have to help him over there. Lando gets the kill on Fuck, and Bueno will take CS. Now Hinder takes K1, and Loud is in a predicament against Vasco in a fight that they had control. Lost tries to get the kill on Hinder. Easy brings the scythe, takes Nada to the floor. Now it's K1 and Lost trying to take Loud to the top of the standings, but Vasco is inside of the house. They have 3 players, and now they've got 9 kills to go after Lost. Nice job by Easy, getting the last kill onto the player of Loud. Now it's Magic Squad against Vasco. Vasco has the upper hand. They have the shelter, they have the better positioning, and they have more players for this fight. Once again, Magic Squad going to the last battle of the day. It happened in Bermuda against Fluxo, and now happening against Vasco. Nice shot by Italo, taking a lot of damage and putting Chucky to the floor. Now Leno was left only with an inch of life left, and Easy tries to go with the side and takes Italo to the floor. Now Bueno has to rush and has to run away from the coverage. Nice job by Bueno! He brings it back, and it's a boo! Yeah, Magic Squad! They beat Vasco 2v3. They get a great job by Bueno. The grenade launcher, the shotguns, they were all singing towards Magic Squad, and they finally get the booyah after a great start here in the day, settling themselves on the top of the standings, Zase.
So I'm very surprised, to be honest. We saw that BD Vasco had the advantage. They were in a good position. However, they got down by Magic Squad. They wasn't in a great position. But they were smart. They waited to BD Vasco and Loud confrontate themselves. So they were there on the near to the stone. They were just waiting and waiting. So Italo got a very powerful gun, and in the end game, it was the highlight for Magic Squad.
And now we see the standings and the highlights of this match. Easy with 5 kills was the MVP of this matchup, and Magic Squad goes 22 points up. Great job by them, but Vasco also going 20 points up. Flux with 18 saved themselves from losing the top spot to Vasco. Now Vasco isolates themselves on the 2nd position because Metagaming only scored 10 points, God Unidas only 7, and Vasco will be in a great spot right now to fight alone with Fluxo for the top of the standings. Ace.
Exactly, we see that, and we see God Unidas with only 7 points, so they are not connecting very well their game. And I'm very surprised that Magic Squad. Of course, I know that it is a very powerful team. However, they were very smart. So I think that's something that we need to bring it and say it. And also we saw that Easy got a very good match, and it see us too with 5 kills. And also we see Real with 6 points, Los Grandes with only 5 points, Corinthians having a hard time here in Purgatory map with only 3 points. We see Tropa with 1 point, so that's surprising to see. And it's still Liberty 0 points and 0-0 Nation having a very hard time here in the Purgatory map with 0 points.
They started the day really well, but now
Yes.
they are losing some of that aggressiveness, and it's bringing them to a bad position for this Purgatory map. And of course, we gotta check the standings, because we're talking a lot about the top of the standings, and it's moving. It's really moving. Fluxo going over 300 points in 3 weeks. Incredible job by Fluxo, averaging more than 50 points per day. Great job. And Magic Squad getting close to Vasco, but still on the fight for the top of the standings. Vasco is now 17 points behind Fluxo, and the Magic Squad now 21 points behind Fluxo. So all they need is a good matchup against a bad match from Fluxo, and they can take the top of the standings, Ace.
Yes, I think this LBFF is the most competitive one, because we have a lot of good teams with us. Of course, that the last LBFF we had good teams with us. I'm not saying that we never had good teams. I'm saying that the teams that we have right now in this LBFF are much stronger, has more tactics,
Balanced as well.
Yes, has a vision of game that is very similar to other teams. So that's something that that brings much more competitivity to the maps.
Let me point it out something here for you. Vasco has 3 Buyas and Fluxo has only 1. We know that the difference between Fluxo and Vasco are of 17 points.
Yes.
And look at the difference in kills. 17 kills. Which means Fluxo, despite not having a lot of Buyas, they are getting lots of points for positioning, but their main job here is getting kills to open up this gap.
Yes, that's true. And of course, we saw in the early of the broadcast, Sia saying that they're always trying to get more and more kills. So that's something that we know that Fluxo is trying to bring more aggressiveness into their game. They are not wanting to get more much Buyas right now in this classification. In their classification, they want to test new things. They want to see how aggressive the team are right now. So I think they are getting the results that the results that they wanted. And of course, K9 is a very capable coach. We know that he knows a lot about strategic ways, the way that the team move. So let's point it out about it. And I want to see about this Kalahari, how the teams are going to rotate in this map, because I know that some teams are having a hard time rotating, and of course the support players are going to shine right now.
And we're going to Kalahari, as you said, where the support players shine, and the 3 best teams here playing today in Kalahari are Corinthians, Metagaming, and God Unidas. Fluxo is the 4th one,
Yeah.
and it's something that we have to point out, because Corinthians, we know where Corinthians is going to be. They will be in the command post. We know that they will try to control that spot and avoid teams to come from inside of from outside of the safe zone. The whole door strategy, as we say here, holding the door against the players that are coming from outside of the safe zone, and it's working for them.
Yes, it is working. However, they need to be very careful with the high ground because we know that metagaming always wants to be on the high ground, observing the other teams, and also Los Grandes is getting that tactic as well.
And we're not on the high ground, we are on the high air, and we are watching from the top down because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from flight R75 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Acelora, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Ace!
Exactly, it's time to drop. We see the airplane route again being very easy to the players. All of the teams right now are spreading through the map, going to their drop calls right now. And we see BD Vasco having a great drop call. They are not having a hard time to go to their current drop calls. However, what it is that Real is doing, they're going to the safe port, which is the drop call of Magic Squad. So I don't know why they are so near to them.
And now we see the players getting their loot. We see Bueno in a Buena. He's all nice over there getting some loot and some shots going in. And we see that it's Bobs trying to reach, I don't know, maybe somebody with a Harley Davidson running away. An Akira, man. Now rotating with a bike. We couldn't see who it was. And Bobs just tried some shots, but he will he will have the time to loot that region of Porto Seguro, of the safe haven over there, Ace.
Yeah, we saw one of the players of Real trying to escape from Magic Squad right now. Bobs was trying to get the bullets against the player. However, the player is using a build that cannot be reached by the guns when he is on the motorcycle. So that's what happened. And now we see Magic Squad in a good position, which is the stone of the
chest.
Yes, the stone of the chest. They are trying to get more and more resources, which of course is very good for them. And Los Grandes in their current drop call, which is Playground. And look at them, Loud going against Liberty. No team is afraid to go against Liberty right now.
No team is afraid to go against Liberty, and let's see if Liberty will add some points to what could be the worst day in the history of LBFF. Pexin and Davi now trying to beat the frontliners, and we see Pexin rotating back once again to try to regroup with its teammates, while Hype is looking to flank this Loud squad, and we see that Kronos is now aware of that flanking. Noda is aware as well. He will go with Lost to the left side of their offense to go after Pexin and Drizzy, who are over there. Kawan now trying to take Pexin to the floor. Lost, they have vision of the players from Liberty, and the rotation is happening through the negative edge of the hill. Let's see if Drizzy will hold the players from Loud, because it's
hard
threatening. It's heartbroken to see what is going on with Liberty here today. Loud is trying to go over Ace.
Yes, we see that Liberty is really having a hard time to connect their game. I don't know what is happening. However, they are breaking the chart of records from the worst team of the history of LBFF, which is not very good for them. Of course, no team wants to have that type of records. And now we see Fluxo going against Loudi and Liberty.
Fluxo now might save Liberty, because there are two players down already from this fight against Loud, and Drizzy will get a shot on Noda, and he will get the grenade. Davi will get the grenade on Lost, but they will go down, and Loud is eliminated. Liberty will not have the worst day in the history of LB. They got the points, they got over the players from Head Cannon Scalunga, and Fluxo just helped Liberty save themselves in this fight against Loud. They got 1 kill and left 3 for the players of Liberty, Ace.
Yes, Liberty proved themselves right now, proved that they have the aggressiveness, because we knew that no team was afraid to go against them. And right now they proved themselves. They said, no, don't do that, don't go against us. We have the game, we're just not connecting today, but we are very aggressive, and that's good for them. And look at Cias, no, the mine.
Stepping on the landmine. Someone just tricked Cias.
Yes, had a hard time right now, but Fak is already going to save him, so that's good for them. And we see that Liberty is trying to. One of the players of Liberty is already far away because if one of the players die, they're going to be able to save them.
And Drazy just goes down. Davi also went down for Japa Biquer. Hype tries to come back and Ousado and Fak will take him down. Now there is only one player remaining, exactly that player that left the spot to try to save the team. After this battle against Fluxo, they know that they were left with only a few resources after the fight against Loud, and they played it safely. They sent a player away and tried to fight the 3v4 with the advantage of the positioning, but still saving themselves in the match, Acid.
Yes, exactly. We saw that Fluxo is not afraid of advance on other teams, and that's something that we are seeing here very much by all the aggressiveness of the teams that are on the top of the standings today. We see that Magic Squad is too doing this type of game. We see that Fluxo is doing this type of game. And also, we see Metagaming, BD Vasco doing this type of game. So, no team that is on the top of the chart is playing safely. No team that is on the top of the chart is not wanting kills. So, now we see that Fluxo is all calm, rotating themselves, observing if there is or not a team near to them.
And some records being shown up saying Fluxo is crushing. They have more kills than Netshoes, Miners, and Liberty have points added.
Yes, that's something very hard for both of these teams to read. I know that no team wants to have this type of reputation, and we know that LBFF can be very hard for some teams that are not so adapted on the competition, which is happening with Miners and Liberty. Miners last split already had a hard time and still come with the same type of performance. They didn't change any players and they didn't change any strategic.
And now we see Fluxo once again regrouping by the Sanctuary over there. They will use the pet to launch themselves into a better rotation, as we see over here. And it seems that Fluxo don't want to go after the last player from Liberty. They will try to take the best positioning inside of the safe zone, and they know that this safe zone is the one that shrinks faster and to a smaller safe zone.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's very smart of them to do. They need to get their priorities based on their need of booyahs. So I think they should do that. They should go to the safe zone, be there in the center of it, and of course observe if there is or not some players over there, because we know that the playground area is where Los Grandes stands.
Is where Los Grandes stand, and it's a usual drop call also for Loud. They didn't go for that drop call here in this matchup today, and they ended up sandwiched between Fluxo and Liberty. This might be the problem that Loud is facing right now. They are having to dispute some drop calls, and they are leaving their usual drop calls to not get into early confrontations, but they are getting to early confrontations because of that change.
Yes, because all of the teams are testing something right now because of the change of the meta. So the gas shrinking faster changed the game of every team. We see some teams with more aggressiveness. We see other teams have hard time to connect their game, which is what is happening with Liberty. We know that they have good players. We know that the team is very capable. However, they are not connecting their game. Oh, and look at Loud right now, near to Pekizin.
Getting near Pekizin. Pekizin will get a kill on CS. Not only the takedown, he was too bold. Did he think that he could take the whole Fluxo squad going under him? He got a kill on CS, and what did he expect?
That's what is missing on the Liberty team. They are not thinking very much about the way they're going to move on the map and what they're going to do.
The consequences of their actions.
Yes, exactly. The consequences of their actions. Of course, that he shooting one of the Fluxo players, he was going to get spotted, and by getting spotted, he was going to go back to the lobby.
And he was really close to 2 hard zones.
Exactly.
He could have waited for the Fluxo players to go over, go to the hard zones and bring the whole squad back.
Exactly, that's something that he should have done. Fluxo right now goes to playground without any harm. They are not having a hard time here, and of course because there is less teams that we saw in the first safe zone of this map. We also see Tropa not centralized in the map, and now we see CS getting back to the match.
Using his parachute to go near his teammates. Playground is all Fluxus, and he will have really a lot of space to loot and maybe find some resources for him to use on the vending machines. Let's see now this fight between Tropa and Metagaming, but Fluxo is joining a fight against Real, and Tropa is getting an good positioning, but a poor fight against this Metagaming squad, and tThe will have to survive, and he will not be able to because 0-0 Nation is by their side as well, and they will have to work this last kill against tThe. Let's see if he will survive. He uses a bit of medkits over there, and Metagaming is now trying to go over. Nicholas will take the kill on tThe and send Tropa back to the lobby in the 10th position, while Eric now tries to lead this fight for Metagaming. Grenades coming in, he tries to find Honey by the watchtower. He deals a bit of damage, but Honey will leave that place unscathed. We see Pão trying to find some space to go over, and Rafa will go down because Eric is by there. Nice grenade by Eric, getting the kill on Nicholas. Lucky God also gets a kill on Rafa X. Now it's a 3v3 fight between Metagaming and 0-0 Nation. Pão will take the kill. No! He will be shot down by 1-9. 1-9 is having a blast of a day here today. Kawe will put him down, and he will be able to go back. No! Nice shot by Kawe, taking Lucky God as well. Now it's a 2v1 fight in favor of Metagaming against the players from 0-0 Nation. It's Honey XL, the last player remaining for the 0-0 Nation squad. Eric has the sights. He will go over and take him down. 0-0 Nation is back on the lobby in the 9th position. But now we see Real also having trouble to deal with the players from Fluxo. Japa XL is rotating. Fluxo now with 7 kills. Will try to get one more, and Leno will be the one taking it, but Cias wants to steal it, and he will steal it. One more kill for Cias, and Real is back on the lobby because Easy just took down Antunes, and now it's a fight between Vasco and Fluxo, a fight for the top of the standings. The two best teams on the standings now fighting against each other. Ousado takes a lot of damage and is forced to retreat. He's forced to use the Spider-Man pistol over there to rotate the grappling hook for him to get a better positioning, and Fluxo retreats. They chose not to fight Vasco right now. This is a fight that might happen by the end of the match here, Ase.
Exactly, what we saw was the consequences of the late rotation. It was by Tropa. I told you that Tropa was trying to get into the safe spot. However, the safe zone already had the players there, which were 0-0 Nation and also the Magic Squad. So I think they're having hard times to rotate themselves with earliness, and they really need to do that. And now we see Japa BKR against BD Vasco.
And also against Los Grandes, two takedowns from the players of Fluxo. And the triple kill from Japa BKR leaves Vasco in a bad predicament, and Vasco will be trampled by the Magic Squad. 3 kills on their hands, one goes to the hands of Fluxo that has already 9 kills on their hands.
Fluxo were very smart right now. They went away from that fight, which were the fight by BD Vasco and Magic Squad, and went towards the safe zone, which is very important to do right now because we are already in the 30 and 40 seconds of the match. So they need to move themselves and get to the center of the zone. So of course they're using their smartness to get there.
Cias getting the kill on Fawn with the grenade, and Fluxo is trying to go over the players from Los Grandes, but they will have to deal with the Magic Squad and God Unidas that are indeed close to that same spot. We've had the fight that happened between God Unidas and Metagaming, and now Fluxo having trouble because they were spotted by the players from God Unidas, and they got people shot down. Now there's only Ousado and Japa BKR to fight. Ousado will take down 2 players, but Basha will bring it back and send Ousado back to the floor. Los Grandes go back to the lobby in the 6th position. And now Fluxo will have a good spot. Meta Gaming goes down. Mike takes the shot on Eric and gets him down. Magic Squad now taking down players from each and every squad that is still alive. Corinthians in a good position for maybe them to try to take this Booyah. Shots from Guasha trying to take down the players from Fluxo, Japa, BKR, and Ousado is still in this matchup. We see Magic Squad with 4 players, Corinthians with 4 players. We see Metagame and we see God Unidas also with 4 players and Fluxo with only 2. There are the 4 teams remaining in this battle. We see Bobs trying to take the shots down on Hazur, on his former teammates from Corinthians, and the grenades will come out. We see that the first player already went down for this Corinthians squad, and the Magic Squad is trying to get closer, but Guasha was shot down by Japa BKR. Now they will have to go back and try to heal Guasha or choose to fight the 3v4s. The grenade launcher shots from Italo are coming up, and once again Italo goes down, but he might be able to be helped by Bobs over there. And Bobs is using the grenades and grenade launcher over there to get some shots out. Vichinchis pegou down. Nice shot! Oh my god, Bobs! Oh my god, Bobs and Bueno getting the kills for the Magic Squad. Now Corinthians is back on the lobby, and God Unidas have the numbers advantage. Bobs will go down. Bueno tries to rush out on the open, and they will not be able to. God Unidas will be eliminating them, and Japa BKR will take one of the kills. Now it's a 3v2 fight. Japa BKR goes to the floor, and there is only Ousado to fight against Miguel, Mike, and Juninho. Japa will not be able to be helped by Ousado because the safe zone is shrinking, and Ousado will be left all by himself. Grenades coming up. He uses the CR7. He tries to rotate by the other side. Takes Juninho to the floor. Now he has to fight against Miguel and Mike. Mike has the grenade launcher. He will be able to get some pressure on Ousado. He is using the med kit there to heal himself, and the grenades from Miguel are coming in. We see Ousado getting really close to the containers. He's still safe, and he will have to fight against the 2 players from this Magic Squad, from God Unidas. And God Unidas will take him down. Nice job by Miguel, and it's a boo! Yeah, God Unidas! A team that we expected a lot to begin this day. They started as the team with the most booyahs in the season, and finally they get their first booyah here today in the 5th map, Barcelona.
And we see the importance of the grenade launchers in the end game of the matches. We saw that one of the players of God Unidas had it, use it perfectly. And now, yes, right now, we see Mike using the grenade launcher. We see the difference it makes in the end game. And also we saw that Boppis had the minor grenade launcher. He used it. However, the gas got the kills against Magic Squad, and they went back to the lobby. So that's the consequences of the late rotations, of not being centralized on the map. Of course, the gas hurts, and it does hurt a lot. So you need to rotate, you need to be faster, and that's what's happening right now. And right now we see the highlights.
With Fluxo with 25 points. 6 kills on the hands of Japa BKR. We had 5 or 4, something like that, on the hands of CS. It's just impressive to see how Fluxo is destroying their opposition in kills. Nice job by God Unidas with 20 points, 16 to Magic Squad. Metagaming with 12. And we see that Magic Squad will take the 2nd position from BD Vasco.
Exactly, we saw that they were very aggressive. Since the first match, we saw that they came with a different performance. They changed their game. We also see Ousado with 6 kills. And if you guys didn't know, Japa BKR is more known as the Sir LBFF because of the time that he plays here in the LBFF, and of course because of his experience here in the competition. We also see God Unidas right now in the end game using the grenade launcher by Mike and going against Ousado. Of course, it was 2 players against 1, and we know the result of it.
And Mike used it really well to force Ousado to leave
move.
coverage.
Yes.
It was really intelligent by Mike, and Miguel just had the work to finish off that match against Ousado. Nice job by God Unidas, and we got to check the standings because the top is once again changing a lot. We got to check this out. Fluxo going to 339 points, and the 2nd team is now Magic Squad ahead of Vasco with more Buyas than Vasco. What a great debut season by this Magic Squad here in Serie A. Metagaming also getting the 4th position, and God Unidas going over Corinthians with that Buya. 6 Buyas for them in 3 weeks, an average of a Buya per day for God Unidas. What an incredible run they are having here to start the season.
Yes, and for you guys that didn't know, God Unidas came up from LBFF Series B, which is the competition that we are current there narrating and commenting about the game. So
during the weekdays, don't forget to stay tuned.
Yeah, so watch it. And I think the God Unidas are not having a good time. A hard time to connecting here in the Series A. They are performing very well. They have the smartness. They know about the game, and they are using it as a good resource for them. We also can see that Fluxo had 182 kills.
It's impressive.
So is the most aggressive team here in the LBFF right now. So yes, they are performing very well. We see how they are playing. We see how smart they are about the rotations. Of course, they had a little hard time right now connecting their game. But I think the important thing to say is that God Unidas is coming up, and they are coming up very fast. So I think the other teams should get an eye on them.
And we should get an eye on the standings and the statistics here to bring you guys the last map of the day. So we'll take a quick break, a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back to bring you guys the last Bermuda of the day. We are back live to bring you guys the last map of the day, and we gotta bring up some numbers for you guys. The record for the most kills in one day was set by Fluxo in the 3rd round of this season in LBFF 7 with 49 kills. They currently have 45, which means with 5 kills, Fluxo will break their own record of the most kills in a single day of LBFF, which is just incredible. These guys are obliterating the opposition asset.
Yes, exactly. I think the performance of Fluxo right now is exceptional. They are breaking their own records, so that's amazing. And of course, it's the main thing that all of the organizations should want. We saw that last weekend. Vivo Cage was still breaking their own record. Of course, they're not playing today, so we're going to see that tomorrow or on Monday. So let's see how Fluxo will perform here in this last match, because it's very important for them. And 2 is Bermuda, so they have some kind of advantage.
Let's see, I had to get my hair right because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R7D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Acelora, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop Ace!
So let's see, and now the pilot answered my call, which means that we had a different airplane route, and some teams are going to have a hard time to go to their drop calls. We see still Real going to Hangar, Metagaming on their current drop call, and also 00 Nation going to Renan Village. We also see Metagaming going to Clock Tower. So everything is the
by
way.
The script.
Yes, exactly. Everything is by the script. We see God Unidas in the Mill area looking for more resources. And of course, it's the last match. So the teams that are not good today, that are not punctuation very well, they need to improve themselves, which means that they have their last chance today. So Libert needs to wake up right now, but I don't think they can. Do everything in the last call that they should have been doing since the first call. And now we see that we have substitution, D3 entering and another player of Tropa going out. And now we have a confrontation, which means that Corinthians is going against Tropa. It's they're on fire right now in the blue zone, fighting for the blue zone, and also Metagaming trying to participate in the blue zone.
And now we see that those 3 teams will indeed fight against each other, and Tropa chose to play the first Bermuda map of the day on the top of the factory, and it worked really well for them. It was their best result in the day, but now they will have to share their drop call with 2 more teams. Corinthians seems to be giving up on that spot, but Metagaming still want to take it for themselves. But Poshinok is currently being taken by Tropa, but they might get trampled as well by Corinthians. They split themselves with Moreira still on his knees by the factory, and Pão will get that point, will get a kill. And now it's a problem because Tropa now is in a huge predicament because Corinthians is going for Poshinok.
Yes, we see that Metagaming was the 3rd team here getting into factory. They got into factory without any problem, so that was very smart of them. They were just waiting for the confrontation of Corinthians and Tropa, so they were just observing, waiting to see who was going to get the best of it, and now they got the blue zone, so that's very good for them. However, for Tropa is very hard because they are trying to save their teammates. Oh, of course, they right now saved their teammates. However, Corinthians is going against them. Corinthians is now the lead killers of this last match, and they are not afraid to get the kills. So they are advantage. We see Mandela very happy, and it's only 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this match.
And it's a moment for Tropa to run, and look at the grenade from Bunge. My God, Bunge! Do you need an appointment with the eye doctor?
I do. I think so.
You didn't see a wall, man. It was a wall. But Hazur went out and corrected the mistake that happened from Bunge, and Vitinho Spiel will get the shot on D3. But it seems that it was time enough for Tropa to bring back the 2 players, and it fell on the hands of Fluxo. 3 kills. They needed 5. Now they need only 2 to break the record.
Oh, they are going to get it. They are probably going to break the records. I'm for sure about that. It's a team, very aggressive team, so they're not afraid to get the kills that they need to get. And we see that Corinthians is also trying to perform better in this last match. We see that Ousado got the kill against one of the players of Liberty. So now we see that Liberty still got a hard start here in this last match, and also we know that Liberty is having a hard time. They are in the records for worst team to punctuate, so that's very bad for them. Let's see how they're going to perform, because they already lost 1 player.
Shoutouts to Fabrício Segundo, shoutouts to Kaliza over here. Gamer Zone from India, saying he's a big fan of esports. Welcome here to our community. And Luis Flavio saying English. He's just saying English.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, yeah.
Kawan TV saying Go Fluxo. Shoutouts to everyone on our chat. Please tell us where you guys are from. We want to build a great community around LBFF, around Brazilian Free Fire, and you guys are more than welcome to be here participating here with us.
Yes, of course, so let us know. And now we see Corinthians doing a late rotation, which is, of course, something new of Corinthians. I haven't seen them trying to do late rotations only now in this last map. So let's see if this strategic way is going to be good for them. Because we have seen some teams trying to do late rotations, and they had really hard times trying to get into the safe zones before it closes by, and also the gas is hurting them. They don't have much resources. They are very halved, so I think that they should rotate and try to centralize themselves. Of course, they are afraid to get a team trying to do the same rotation as them. And now we see Magic Squad here in Bima's active strip in the same area that Los Grandes is.
And they chose to be in Bima, which is a passing town.
Yes.
A spot where teams just go through because of the hard zone, probably. It became an important spot because it has decent loot, not the best loot, however, decent loot.
Yeah.
And a hard zone over there for them to bring back the teammates. And let's see where the safe zone will close out to us.
Well, we also see Liberty doing late rotation. Let's see if that's going to work for them, because we know that they are having a hard time. We see Fluxo near to the safe zone. However, they are still in the gas, probably trying to get more resources or information of a other team that could be around them. However, they can go to the safe zone without any harm, because there is no team near to them. And right now we see 0-0 Nation in the Clock Tower region area, and Metagaming is still there, which is their current drop call.
They will need to rotate soon. However, they probably will have to engage into this battle against 0-0 Nation first. Now we see 1-9. It seems that 0-0 Nation is aware of the presence of Metagaming, and they chose to go carefully. And now 1-9 go for the rush against Eric. Eric now in trouble. He has to use the guys to protect himself. He uses the Chrono as well. Grenades coming in, and 1-9 is leading the rush. He is a daredevil. The man does it all. The Saitama, the Brazilian Saitama. Now water grenade. Great grenade by Eric, taking down 2 players. Honey and Nicholas are down, and Rafa X will go through, but he will be taken down by Lucky God. Eric tries to support his teammate over there, and he will not be able to. Rafa X is on the floor. Eric is trying to find the shots on Lucky God. Lucky takes Eric to the floor. Now 0-0 Nation dies the battle. It's a 2-on-2 fight, but the great job by Pão keeping Metagaming alive and taking down the whole squad of 0-0 Nation. That started well the day, but finished off really poorly. But now another fight going on between Liberty, God Unidas, and Flux. Look at the messes in which Liberty gets themselves into. Let's see how they will fare off against those 2 teams. We see tThe over there trying to get some good spot for the fight. Vasco and Loud going at it once again, and Pexin will take down Marreta. Nice start of the fight for this Liberty squad. Now, Bexing tries to rotate, tries to find a better spot. Mike will break the ice, and Junin will take down one player, but Bexing once again coming over and taking down players from God Unidas. We see David taking down Junin. Now, Liberty has a good fight. They have a 2v1 fight. Now it's a 2v1 for the squad of God Unidas. Drizzy will go down, Miguel takes down Hype, and it's 2v1. Miguel is going out, and he will be eliminated. Davi gets the kill in the first squad wipe on the hands of Liberty all by themselves, I see.
That's very good for them. It's the last match that we have, so they need to react, they need to go, they need to get the more kills that they can. So that's what they are doing. Of course, they had a hard time over there. They lost 2 players, so they need to be very fast to revive them. And now we see Metagaming against Real. So let's see who is going to get the best of it. Right now we have Metagaming has the current lead killers of the match, and they are trying to rotate towards where Real are, but they are having a hard time right now.
Now we see Antunes trying to get some spots over there for the fight against Metagaming. Hal had a good start of day once again, but also went down after the third map. Now they try to go over, try to take Bonbon, use the chrono as fast as he probably could, and now he will be trampled by all the squad of Real. Now 4 players from Real going after 3 players from Metagaming. The first one was taken down, but look at Eric once again with the grenade. Nice job taking down tThe and Antunes and bringing the advantage back to Metagaming. Japa XL will go down as well. Triple X takes down Rafa, and he will be helped by Eric over there. Kawe and Eric now trying to survive, and Hell will go down. Nice job by Kawe and Eric, keeping Metagaming alive and winning this battle once again. Metagaming now the kill leaders in the map pace.
We saw a great performance by Metagaming. Again, they wiped out 2 squads, which were 0-0 Nation, and now we see Real back to the lobby. They started very well this day. However, they dropped down their performance here in the LBFF. We saw that Metagaming is not afraid to have confrontations. They rotate towards a team and they wipe the team that is towards them. So that's very smart of them. And now we see the Fluxo observing the Corinthians team right now, because they are in the other side. They are in the front side of them, and let's see if the safe zone is going to be towards Fluxo or Corinthians. I think it's going to be towards Bima's active strip. So let's see what is going to have, because we also see Los Grandes still in Bimazac, not having a hard time to rotate, and right now Vasco beating Vasco against the other team.
It seems to be Magic Squad. Shout out to Jin Haman from Bangladesh sending us love. Kawan TV Isa saying go God. Igor Vlogs over here saying go Fluxo. Runadand Jimadi, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, shouting out, asking for shouting out and cheering for Fluxo. We have over here Silk Road saying Meta might get Booyah if they get a good safe zone movement.
Yeah.
And nice observation from him. M. Rivanza Ridwan saying, hello friends from India. It's nice to have all the guys from India and all around the world here with us. And now we see that Metagaming will have a better positioning in the safe zone against Los Grandes at least. They are outside of the safe zone, but in that fight, it probably will be better for them.
Yeah, we see Fluxo very near to the safe zone, so they're going to be able to rotate and get into it. However, Fluxo is not wanting to be in the safe zone. They want kills. We see they are getting ahead Bimazac strip to get more and more kills. So Fluxo have a choice to want to get the Booyah or to want kills,
Look
and
at
they
that
want
shot.
kills.
Look at that Kappa from Japa Big Air. One is now trying to save Cebolinha over there. He uses the ice, and Fuck will take Cebolinha to the floor. Now the kill goes to Fluxo. Fuck gets the kill on Cebolinha. They need one more to break the record. They just tied their own record for the most kills in a single round of LBFF. Guaxa takes down Hander, and Vasco will engage into this fight against the Magic Squad as well. We see Fluxo rotating. They have the upper hand. They have the upper side of Bimazak Strip, and they have a good position to fight against all teams down there. Now Vasco and Magic Squad going at each other. Easy will take down Bueno, and Leno will bring back their player that is still on the floor. Now Bobs is trying to hold themselves alive, and Vasco gets 6 kills for this match. 3 on the hands of Magic Squad. Hander will be helped over there by his teammates. We see Bobs, the last remaining player for this Magic Squad that was almost wiped out by Vasco. Chucky will go inside of the gas to take something on the floor, and Kawe will get the kill on Easy. Now Metagaming with a good positioning, trying to take down the players from Vasco and from the Magic Squad. Now Vasco climbing up the hill to try to fight Metagaming face to face and not have the disadvantage in positioning. Cias gets the takedown on Gus. If he confirms the kill, it's a new kill record in the history of LBFF, and Fuck gets the kills. So it's a new kill record in the history of LBFF, as we see on the side of the table. Fluxo getting 50 kills in one single day. It's just unbelievable what those guys are doing. But Hander will take Japa BKR to the floor, and Fluxo will have to fight against Vasco, against Metagaming, and against Los Grandes and Corinthians as well, the 5 teams that are still on this matchup. Kawe gets the kill on Japa BKR. Fluxo now with 6 kills, 3 on the hands of Fak. Great job by Fak here in this matchup. Look at Cias, the grenade launcher shot taking down Pão. Amazing job by Cias. Now he tries to take one more. Eric is trying to revive Pão, but he is taking a lot of damage. And we see Fon keeping Los Grandes alive on the edge of the house outside of the gas, but he will have to move right now, and he will be spotted by Fluxo. However, Fluxo is still fighting against Metagaming, and now Metagaming also have to deal with Vasco. Chucky will take away, and Ousado will take Pão. Eric will put Ousado to the floor. Now Fluxo has only one player to fight, and they will go down. Nice job by Fonzin getting the kill on Fak before he goes down. Now only 3 teams. Vasco has 10 kills. Look at Leno. My God, that shot from Leno. He gets the AWM shot out, and he has to find Rafa X. Tries to zigzag to keep himself alive, but Leno has the sides. Corinthians is on the top of the hill, and they have the best positioning to fight against this Vasco squad. Hander now takes a lot of damage, uses the chrono to protect himself and to get to the ice. Now Rafa X takes lots and lots of damage, and he will go down. Hander goes down, and Corinthians has the numbers advantage. It's a 4v2 fight for the Corinthians squad. Chucky goes down. There's only Leno to fight for Vasco. It's a Vasco versus Corinthians match. It's tough for Leno to hold on while Corinthians tries to trample them. Zenak will get the kill. And finally, we have the save the Corinthians. It's a booyah, Corinthians! They were in an awful day to start this match. However, they got to a great positioning on the top of the hills and took kill after kill after kill to get their first booyah of the day to finish off this 7th round of LBFFs.
Exactly. We saw that Corinthians, since the fourth zone, the first safe zone, they had a good position. They really went to the safe central spot of the safe zone. So they are a team that really wants to get more booyahs than kills, and that would happen right now. Fluxo had the chance to go to the safe zone. However, they didn't want it. They wanted to get more kills to break the records, of course, and they did it as well. And also we saw a great performance by Magic Squad and also BD Vasco with the 2nd place and a lot of kills.
And we got to check out the highlights of the match with the points confirmation for each team, because Vasco had a great sum of points. They went over 10 kills, so they can go over 20 points even though they didn't get the booyah, because 11 kills, the 2nd place gets 9 points. With 11 kills you get 20 points. It's a little math, and the highlights will come on the screen. Metagaming with 21 points and Vasco with 20. Corinthians with only 19 points went to the 3rd position even though they got the booyah.
Yes, we see that. We see how important the kills are in this new meta. we see that the teams that has more aggressiveness gets more points. And that's what we're seeing, the results of it. We see Metagaming, which is a team that gets very aggressive. They're getting more and more aggressive. Eric is a great player, so shout out to Eric. He has a player that is improving himself there in the Metagaming team. He is a great grenaded, and that's very good for them. He really knows how to positionate himself in the rush of the team. But right there, what Leno did was exceptional.
Exceptional. And we gotta point out, Flux with 12 points, they get to 98 points in the day. Incredible showing by Fluxo here today. We see Magic Squad with 4 points, God Unidas with 4, Real with 3, Loud with 1, and 0-0 Nation and Tropa no points. At least we didn't see for the first time Liberty on the second page.
That's true. We didn't see Liberty. I think that the point is they saw that it was the last. He saw that they saw that it was their last chance today, so they went to more aggressiveness against some teams, and they got the result of it. So they should have tried since the first match of the day to do that, because they are a very good team. They just need to connect their game. So that's the main thing that they need to fix. So they come on the next day of the LBFF more stronger.
And of course, we remind you guys that we have LBFF tomorrow at the same time that we started here today at 1 p.m. in Brazilian time, and on Mondays at 8 p.m. Brazilian time as well. So we all expect you here, but we all expect to see as well the standings that will be coming on the screen for us to understand how this last match finished off our table. Vasco getting to the second position once again. That fight for the second spot is really nice right now with Vasco, Metagaming, Magic Squad all getting really close to each other. Only 9 points separating Vasco from Magic Squad in the 4th position, and a new fight coming up for the 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Real leaving the relegation zone and getting into the top 12. Nice job by Real, but 0-0 Nation and Loud still with a poor presentation, and we had no doubt Flux was the best team of the day.
Yes, we had no doubt. Fluxo punctuation 98 points in the day, so the best team. And also we see
no players with less than 10 kills.
Yes, we see how equilibrated it is, how
balanced.
Yes, how balanced it is. All the teams, all the Fluxo players with a lot of kills.
Ousado 15, CS 14, and FAC and Japa BKR 11.
With 11, yes. So we know how balanced the team is, and of course that makes a great team. So that's the result of it. And soon we are going. So now we see all the teams that got the booyahs.
And we got to check out the highlights of the day, the best teams of the day. Flux with 98 points, and you see Metagaming with 82. It's a sum of points that gets you to the top of the standings on the highlights of the day.
Yes.
Magic Squad with 79 also would get them to the top of the standings, but Fluxo just destroyed 51 kills to their hands. Shoutouts to Eric getting to the second place, to the third place actually, as the MVP of the day, tied with Ousado. But when you see that Ousado had 15, and on the side we see Cias with 14, you just think, oh my god, they did a lot. And you don't stop to think that Japa BKR and FAC had 11. It's just unbelievable to see what they did here today.
We see a lot of aggressiveness from Fluxo team, and also we see a lot of aggressiveness from Metagaming team. So we see that this new meta highlights the more aggressive teams. So that's the result of it, and yeah, that's it.
And my captain, where do we head off to right now? Because we got to get a little sight on the standings once again for us to analyze a little bit more, because there are some other pictures that we got to check out. Because Liberty right now with 163 points, they are behind Team Liquid with 173, but they are ahead in number of maps played. Team Liquid in Nitrox, for example, can open a huge gap against Liberty and Netshoes Miners. And Netshoes Miners have the possibility to take Liberty to the last place tomorrow.
Exactly. So that's something very interesting to see tomorrow. I'm very excited for tomorrow. And also we see that BD Vasco got 161 kills today. So they are ahead of Metagaming by the numbers of kills. However, Metagaming are ahead in the numbers of booyahs. So we see that God Unidas is still the team with most booyahs here in the LBFF.
And if we talked about Fluxo having more kills than Liberty and Netshoes Miners to begin the day, now they have more kills than Nitrox, Team Liquid, Liberty, and Netshoes Miners have of total points.
Yes.
And Vasco is getting close to the points of Liberty in kills. So we have a huge fight on the top of the standings, but the teams that are on the bottom need to wake up, need to see and figure out that they are in Serie A. It's the time for them to show their best Free Fire throughout all the year. And you know who is showing the best Free Fire throughout all the year? Our kill leaders that are being led, of course, by Cias that had 14 kills here today. But the battle is getting closer and closer as we are going to check this out as soon as possible. The kill leaders list is here on the screen for you guys. Cias with 65 kills. We are on the round number 7.
Yes.
He has 55 kills and he didn't play every round. He rests every 3 rounds. He rests 1. He has a bye. Every team has a bye. So in 7 rounds, he played 5 and he got 55 kills. That sums up to 13 kills per round for Cias.
Yes, as we said in the beginning of the broadcast, Cias is the revelation of 2021, and I think he's going to be still the revelation of 2022 because he's a very aggressive player. He always wants to improve himself. He's always training, and that's something very important. And of course, he's a very humble guy, so I think that's something to shout out here too. And we see Ender with 53 kills. He was the MVP of LBFF Series B, so he's still going for it here in the Series A. So we see that even though the BD Vasco went up to Series A, which is a very different type of championship, has the Series B. We know that it's very hard. It has more competitivity, and it's
You know what caught my attention?
What?
Talking about Vasco and God Unidas. They were the 2 teams that came from Serie B that stood with their original lineup.
yes.
They are playing with the same lineup that they played on Serie B. Vasco was really dominating in Serie B last season. They got the direct spot in Serie A by winning Serie B, and then God Unidas got the spot by winning the Access Group, and they were incredible on the Access Group. They dominated the Access Group, and they kept their lineups as they were, as tight as they were, and it's showing results here in Serie A. They are just being amazing. So join our discussion, join this discussion about the teams coming from Serie B and every discussion you guys want to join at FF Esports BR. And of course, if you want to discuss with me at Marcelo Ferrantini, if you want to discuss with us at Acelora FF.
Exactly. So let us know what you guys think. And of course, thank you everyone that is watching the broadcast, that is talking with us. Shout out for everyone that is watching us. Yes, of course.
Rochelle Lopes over here. Silk Road is here. Deep Free Fire. Elivelton Melo. Chupa XD. It's his name. It's Chupa. Tanjot Deol. Gilberto Pereira over here as well. Igor Vlogs, Isa, all you guys that are here watching here with us up until the end, thank you very much. And don't forget to set your squads at FF Squad. You guys need to play here with us. We want to know which country will be the best country in FF Esports, which country knows better about LBFF. So join us at ffesports.com.br, set your squads, set your teams, and let's have some fun over here. I've had a lot of fun here today, and it was really fun to bring my first broadcast by your side, Ase.
Oh,
It
yes.
was really fun and really nice to debut here by your side.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is our first broadcast together. So thank you guys to watch us. Thank you. I hope you guys have had a good time. Thank you, Marcelo, for this great time. Thank you for being my partner today. It's an honor to be here. So that's it. I'm going right now. So tomorrow there's more.
We'll be here tomorrow to bring you guys the round 8 of LBFF. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for you guys not to miss any of the best Free Fire in the world. We'll be here tomorrow, and of course, I'll see you right there. Let's hit the skies because it's time to drop. Thank you.